Good morning. Good morning, everybody. All right, let's everything. Good morning, B. Good morning, Ariana. Thank you. I feel like I sound a little better than I did. Good morning, Aiden. Good morning, RJ. Can we get some RJ? Can we get some Emma's or greater than RJ in the chat? Good morning. Good morning, RJ. RJ did, Mikey. RJ sure did. So, guys, you remember Redneck from yesterday? He the okay. Yesterday he was on a profile that says Trump is you are daddy. He has a second profile called Redneck, and he made this about he changed that entire profile, and this is that profile now. Hold on, what the heck? RJ, that's great. That's his profile now, chat. Embarrassing. I know, Mikey, it's been bad. Rizzo, come on up and talk. Can't just deport American citizens. It's weird. It's a weird thing for you to say. Yeah, you think Dems and Republicans both have their pros and cons. If you'd like to request up and tell me what pros Republican Party has, that'd be because I'm not seeing it. There we go. We got all the things open. Okay, need a better place to put my stuff. Or just new picture? No. I need to get some more WD-40 for my computer chair. This old thing is just like so creaky. Check live chat with Discord. Okay, I'm on it. I am on it. Ooh, Shorn Swarms. W. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. A Trump supporter made his entire profile about me and RJ. I can't say Shorn Swarm very quickly, but W. Shorn, thank you for the raid. Hi,
Yo,
Jazz. Are you a Trump supporter?
no,
Okay, can I have your age for TikTok?
I'm 18.
Okay, and so I've got some subjects up top, or we can talk about current events. What brings you up?
Yeah, you said abortion is healthcare.
Okay, because it is healthcare.
How so?
What's the definition of healthcare?
I don't know why that would pertain to me. That would more pertain to you.
Huh?
That would more pertain to you, not to me. You're the one making that claim. I didn't even. Make didn't even say
You,
the word
so
healthcare.
I said abortion is healthcare. You said how so? So I'm asking you for the definition of healthcare. Do you
What?
know it?
I wouldn't. That wouldn't be on me to present. That would be on you to present that.
No, because you're the one stating that abortion is not healthcare. Therefore, you now have to give me
No,
a
I
definition
didn't.
of what
You're the one. I
healthcare is.
just came up here. I just said you say that.
Have a great day, Phil Dork. Like, what the fuck? Wild. Oh God, he's one of those. God, how many times do you think burden shifting was said yesterday? Because I made the claim that abortion is healthcare. You're saying, how is it healthcare? So I want to set a baseline of what you think healthcare is, and that's burden shifting. Hello, are we okay? Excuse me, chat. So sorry. I was gonna say something and I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, someone asked who's this next to Dad. This is Thundercut. Thundercut 420. I have a bunch of various Trump supporters' faces that I will be switching periodically. But this week we have Thundercut 420 with my dad. Brendan Rose. So it's not that when it comes to Lindsay Clancy, right? Hey Brendan, can I get your age for TikTok?
45.
It's been a long time since we talked, man. So it's like good to see
Indeed.
you. So
You
when it
too.
comes to Lindsay Clancy, right? None of us are supporting the fact that she did the terrible, awful thing of killing her children. Okay, like that is an awful thing. But do you notice the stark difference here between like the Casey Anthony case and the Lindsay Clancy case? Like it's almost like you can almost just feel how the difference of how women are reacting to this, right?
Yeah, there's currently a trend on TikTok where women are showing their babies and saying, "Same Lindsay." Like it's going viral. It's disturbing.
So until you understand the thralls in which prenatal depression and postpartum depression can throw you into, you're not going to be able to understand the trend, right? If it wasn't for, so I suffered from prenatal depression with my son, postpartum depression after my son, and postpartum depression after my daughter, right? And if it wasn't for the village that I had around me to advocate for my needs, I don't know where I'd be today, to just be totally honest, right? Like for me, I don't think I ever had the thought of harming my children, but I did have dreams of harming my children that were very detailed and very scary. This system and her husband absolutely failed her and those kids. Nobody's excusing the behaviors of what happened to those children, but what we're trying to do is shine a light on how women are consistently overlooked in every capacity. Because literally, we're pregnant. We're pregnant for 9 months. We're expected to still work during that pregnancy. We're expected to maintain a home during that pregnancy. We're expected to go on with our day-to-day lives. We give birth. We come home. Then we're expected to still keep our husband happy and maintain a house and go back to work and do all of these things, all while also providing for and being the main caregiver of children. And when we scream for help, nobody's there. It's just a void of nothingness. And when people do show up, we watch this medical providers over medicated the fuck out of her. 13 medications in 8 months. Does that not seem like a problem, Brendan? Can we not say, like, this horrible tragedy is bad and those children deserve justice, but also we need to shine a light on what happens to women and how they need to be taken more seriously and taken care of properly? Can those two things
What
not be
is
true at once?
what does justice look like in this case if you were on the jury? What would you recommend?
I think the prosecution totally like flopped this, right? I think at the end of the day, she's probably. I personally think it's going to be a mistrial. I think the prosecution absolutely failed at their job. But if things went the way they should have, right, and a proper investigation proved that this thing had happened to her and XYZ had played a part in this, I would still expect her to see some jail time. Absolutely. I don't know if maybe life in prison is the answer, but like absolutely do time in jail for murdering your kids.
Well, that's good. I would like to hear at least how much time, but I
I mean,
mean,
I
damn.
personally don't know. I don't have the answer to that, right? Because I'm not a judge. I don't know the laws in where's this even at? Massachusetts, I think.
I'm not sure.
I
Sounds
think it's
about
like
right.
I think it's like Massachusetts or Maine. So it's like I know these things vary like on a state by state basis. Hi, baby. And so it's like I personally don't know what that time frame looks like. I'm not qualified to make those decisions personally, but I feel like because women, did you get me breakfast? Thank you. I
Oh,
think I think because women are rallying behind Lindsay, because we've all suffered from this thing and have luckily made it out on the other side without a tragedy happening, doesn't take away from the fact that we still care about what happened to these children and we still want to see justice for these babies, right?
yeah.
I do
I think
think
that's part of the problem, though, is that when an individual looks at a case like this and attempts to make it about them, then this is when you find individuals identifying with this kind of slaying. I think it's a slippery slope and a really bad precedent to set.
but at the end of the day, right? It's that could have been any of us without the proper care and without the proper people in our corners advocating for us and actually hearing us. Like that's the scary part, Brendan. I had dreams, like dreams that were so vivid that like I still remember them to this day of like waking up in the morning, caring for my daughter, breastfeeding her, getting her toys together, and then changing her diaper. And as I went to like change her diaper, I would suffocate her with it. Those were the types of dreams that I was having every single time I closed my eyes
Jeez.
because of postpartum depression. Like that, that's what we mean. Like, and I'm not trying to like get emotional, but it's like it's such a scary situation to be like locked in this room in your mind and feel like nobody understands what you're going through, and like the only way to ask for help is to talk about it, and then you feel terrible about that, right? Because like you don't want to do these things, you don't want to hurt your kids, you don't want to have these feelings that you do, and so
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
wild.
it's really hard, and that's why women are rallying behind Lindsay Clancy because like it's so scary and you're so alone, and if you don't have the right people around you, you're scared of losing your kids, you're scared of losing your family, you're scared of losing your friends,
Yeah.
and so it's just I think women just want to recognize that how hard it is and how although this terrible awful thing has happened and justice should be served for these children, some grace for postpartum depression and just some light on this thing that happens to almost every woman who has had a baby. Like I said, the two things can be true at once, right?
All right, you've convinced me. 30 years is good. Everybody tap the screen, send your daily heart me. Make sure you gift Emma. Eat your breakfast, Emma. It's good talking to you.
You have a great morning, Brendan. It's
You
nice to
too.
see you, man.
You too.
Sorry for getting emotional, chat. It's just postpartum depression was like the worst part of my life. And I remember it so vividly, even though with my daughter it was almost 18 years ago, and with my son it was 6. But if I didn't have the people that I had in my corner at the time, I don't know where I'd be today. So although my heart hurts for these babies and the life that they didn't get to live, my heart also hurts for Lindsay because she didn't have anybody. So patriotic it is, but Brendan had brought up something in the chat that I have no problem talking about. I love your face, Moss. I hope you're feeling better. Excuse me, Jack. Hi, patriotic. Can I have your age for TikTok?
What did you bring me up for?
Well, I mean, you were invited up in the chat, so I'm assuming one of my mods invited you up.
No. I'll stay in the comment section till then. Thank you.
How can I get your age for TikTok?
No.
Is this Italian? Go ahead and block Patriotic Wolf out of here because Italian's a racist person who I do not allow in my space. So, Sean, you can watch the trial almost anywhere. If you go to YouTube and you just type in Lindsay Clancy trial, you can watch it from almost anywhere. Michelle, thank you for the $20. I just got here. I hope you're okay. I am fine, Michelle. I promise. It was just, um, there are a lot of men on this app, I think, who are talking about Lindsay Clancy and who don't understand because prenatal depression and PPD don't affect them the way that it affects women. And I'm really thankful that Brendan was willing to come up here with an open mind and hear me out. And I was able to hopefully, I hope he was serious when he said I changed his mind. But even if he wasn't, I hope I just gave him something to think about. Because I don't know if Brendan's a father, but I'm sure one day he will be. And hopefully he shows up for his partner when that happens and is the rock that she will inevitably need him to be. So, so yeah. BK, if you'd like to come up and talk about it, we can have a conversation. RZ8219 on the YouTube says clown show, yet there's a phone number at the bottom of his screen that he has yet to call, so that's interesting. Um, Edgar Allan Poe says, I hate Republicans, but you're a effing slur. Wow, Edgar, that's not a great look. Love you. Also, chat, this is so serious. This is a call to action right now. My husband has to shave his face for work to get fitted for a mask, and I hate it. I don't want it. And the only way his work that he can get out of it is if he gets a doctor's note. So if there are any doctors in the chat who can send me a doctor's note, so that my husband doesn't have to shave his beard, let me know. Let me know. Oh, I mean, I'm going to be okay with a handlebar mustache if that's what we have to go to. But my preference is we don't shave it at all. And a state contractor says, that's fraud. Brother, do you have a funny bone? Are you missing the funny bone in your body? Are you okay? Mr. Photobomb, he tried to say it's against his religion, and they said that wouldn't work. He needed a doctor's note. So I guess if I have to be okay with a handlebar mustache, I guess I'll have to live. Hold on, I think I've got another donation that I didn't see. Give me just a second, chat. Oh yeah. How about half the napkins? You're welcome. Mike, thank you for the $1. For my wife described it as her driving a car and her brain being a windshield and depression being a fog. It can get so bad that you start seeing things in the fog that might not actually be there. People saying, "How could she do this?" are operating on a BR. That's where it ends. But yeah, prenatal depression and postpartum depression are awful. And a lot of people think that you only get PPD, but that's not true. I had PPD after my daughter was born, and then whenever I found out I was pregnant with my son, is when I was very much in my marriage where I was being abused. I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and I suffered from prenatal depression, which was like equally as scary. Um, it was a really bad time. And during my prenatal depression, I was primarily alone because I was losing friends and family. They knew I was in a abuse situation, and they felt like if they had my back, they were enabling me to stay in that situation. So instead, I was cut off from a lot of friends and family until I got myself out of that situation. Mr. Photobox says, "Get birds, then tell them the beard is a home to a small family of birds." Thank you, Christina. But yeah, so I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of the Lindsay Clancy case personally because it's a really hard thing to watch. Oh, madness. Hold on. Void made or not void. Kier made the cap. Kier made the hat for my dad. Let me show this to you. I don't know. Did I don't think I saved it. Hold on. Babe, Kier made dad a little red hat, and Kier's mom modeled it. It says make Ashes great again. Kier's mom modeled it, and I was like, we should hook up our parents. I call mine powdered dad. That's hilarious. W. Beckstar for watching every day for the past 9 days. Oh, welcome back. Right, Haley. Right, and I think last I heard they're supposed to be doing like closing arguments. I think like today or Monday, which I don't know. Seems it feels like the defense just started. So like I don't I don't know. Sir Dochi says, you got rocked by Millie last night. It was embarrassed for you. Hope you're okay. That's actually not true at all, Sir Dochi. So I was there. And what everyone seems to like be forgetting here is like the crux of Millie's entire argument was that they don't have to put their status on the W-7 form at all in order to get an ITIN number. And whether it's the online form or the printed form that Millie was showing you, right there at the top, you have to mark your status whether you're a non-resident alien, like an American citizen, and like a resident alien, etc., you have to mark your status at the top of that form. So off the top, RJ already had disproved her argument. She was just trying to move the goalpost away and talk fast enough in hopes that you guys wouldn't notice, because that's what she does. So, good morning, Ron. Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Can I have your age for TikTok?
I'm 18 years old.
Wonderful. And what city are you from?
PA.
Cool, cool. So I have subjects up top, or we just talk about current events. What city was your fancy?
Well, I just gave a homeless man $2 and said, "Be smart with it." Do you think that's something like a maggot would do?
I think that's something a normal person would do. It doesn't matter like what your political party. Um, so audio quality is awful on YouTube today. Let me make sure I'm hooked up to the right microphone. So I mean, I don't know. Did you feel good that you've like given a homeless person some money? I don't.
Yeah, no, it made me feel pretty good about myself. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
Okay.
I would say like since I did that, I feel like you would be able to like elect me, like keep electing men, then, right?
Because you gave $2 to a homeless. Okay. So throughout
All right, hold
history,
on.
hold on, no, time out, time out, time out. Throughout history, every single war we've been in is because of
Why? Why? I don't know. Tell me.
men.
Tell me. Why is that?
Because they were the leaders who put us in war, right?
Yeah, well, they were always leaders, right? Like that.
Okay. Are you walking through a wind tunnel?
Yeah, hold on. I'm walking back in my house.
Okay. Well, RJ, to be fair, he didn't vote. He's only 18. Did your parents vote for Donald Trump by chance?
Yeah.
Okay. So you feel really good about giving $2 to a homeless man, but your parents voted to take food away from children? Can you support that?
How's that?
So Donald Trump did the big beautiful bill, which gutted Medicaid, Medicare, and SNAP benefits. So there are now 1 in 5 children who don't know where their next meal is coming from because I believe it's about 14 million children have been kicked off of the food stamp program. This is going to eventually trickle down into the school year because the way that schools get free and reduced lunch for kids is they send in how many children are poverty stricken on food stamps or do not have just like the resources available to afford breakfast and lunch at school, and then the federal government gives them money for that. So if there are X amount of children who are no longer on these programs, they do not have enough children to qualify for federal aid, which means now nobody at school gets free breakfast or lunch. So you actually voted to starve children, well, your parents did.
Wasn't school breakfast always free?
No,
Really?
really.
Damn, man. Mine always was.
Right, but that's because my generation, right, walked so yours can run with like free school lunch. So like back when I grew up, you had to fill out an application and you had to qualify for it. So certain kids got free and reduced breakfast and lunch, while other kids had to pay for that lunch. And then as a collective, everybody just decided, hey, we should probably just feed these kids because they're kids.
But isn't that what's going on right now? Like some
Yes and no, right?
kids
Because
in
the
my high
reason
school were sorry, kids in my high school were getting free lunches when I was paying $4 for a freaking apple and a goddamn slice of pizza.
you just
That
said it, what
was
you just
that
said,
was made 3 weeks ago.
you just said you grew up with free breakfast and lunch, and now you're trying to lie and say you spent $4 on an apple and
No,
pizza.
no. I said I grew up with free breakfast. I grew up with free. We always had free breakfasts, like K through 12. We always had that. Lunches, no. Some kids that, but I think that just started recently. Like how kids got free lunches. I would say that was after COVID.
How long has PA given out free breakfast and lunch at school? You know all of this stuff is easily
I
fact
I
checkable,
would get.
right?
I would even give you my school district. Yeah, yeah. I'm not lying. I had free breakfasts, but I never even went to breakfast. Yeah, breakfasts.
Excuse me, sorry. I'm getting over a sickness, so. Okay, so it looks like you guys started getting free breakfast and lunch around 2023. So you actually grew up at a time where you had to pay for your lunch before 2023.
No, I always pay for my lunch, but I'm damn. From what I remember, we never paid for breakfast.
Nope, you had to pay for those pre 2023.
I'm gonna ask my mom. I'm telling you, I don't think we
And
did.
this is literally from pa.gov, brother. Like, your mom is not going to be a better source than the government of your state.
Oh, yes, you will. The government? Are you serious? You're gonna trust?
Oh my God, I'm arguing with a fetus. I'm not going to do it this morning, chat. Good morning, Johnny. Are you a Trump supporter?
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. It's true.
Let me try. Okay, let's see.
If you need somebody
Just a second, chat.
gone,
Okay. Is the audio better, Samantha, now that I've switched my headphones? Because I got these new headphones yesterday, but they were fairly cheap, and I don't know. I don't know if I like them. Sounds about the same. Well, the problem is for some reason the audio sounds different on YouTube, and I don't know why. Let's. Excuse me. Sounds about the same. Well, the problem is for some reason the audio sounds different on YouTube, and I don't know why. Don't like that. What is happening? It's better, but not mic quality. That's so weird because the only mic running is literally this one through Studio that is being window captured through Streamlabs. So there should be no change. What is this? Testing, testing.
Cause I saw your face in a
Thanks, Benjamin, but maybe later. Let's. Excuse me. Testing. What is this? Testing, testing.
Cause I saw your face in a
Thanks, Benjamin, but maybe later. I don't know what's going on. Excuse me.
And I don't know what to do.
Royce,
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me finish the song. Come on.
go ahead, brother.
I got it all out. I got it all out.
Okay. As long as it's tolerable, Samantha, we'll figure it out. It's so weird. It's so weird it's doing that. Good morning, final girl. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning, Carrie. Alright, guys, there's 221 people in here. Tap the screen, share the live, do all the good things. If you disagree, request that. You TikTok therapist, are you a Trump supporter?
You guys are always the unfuckables.
That's crazy, because my husband
That's
fucked
like
me last
the
night.
pattern
That's
recognition
wild.
that we're seeing now from
That's
the left.
so wild, because I
Just
got railed
all
last night by my husband.
unfuckable. He's cheating, you know?
Oh, he's cheating? Are you cheating on me?
Yeah, he's probably got a fleshlight that he'd rather fuck than you.
No.
I guarantee it, sweetheart.
Turn on your camera, man. Oh, you don't have access.
Dude,
He ran away.
why not just debate? That's all I come up here for. Like, what? I'm at work. I'm bored in my office. I'm like excited for your live stream. All I want to hear is a debate. Why can't they come up here and pick a topic and stay on point? It's got to be insults every time, dude.
Every time. And I guarantee you, he looks like a poster child for universal health care. I bet I bet between him and his cousins, they have one set of teeth. Like,
Wild.
every time. Anyway, RJ, love your face. Enjoy your day at work.
Hold on, Emma.
Oh,
Spent an hour last night debating an IRS tax form. And then before that, so I think it was like 25 minutes on the tax form, and then 35 minutes talking about the data from ITEP not being trusted, as well as data from Tax Policy Center that is widely accepted. Like, that was the worst hour and 10 minutes of my life last night.
I know. I watched that whole thing, and it was pretty intense.
Like, no one's ever, like, come at me with, with like, the data's all fake. Do you have other data? No. What the fuck, man?
Well, that's the thing. I was in the chat, and I was like, so hold on. RJ gave a source. Millie is saying that source is wrong, but won't provide a source for how that source is wrong. Instead, she just kept saying, you're burden shifting. It's for you to prove, You proved what you said. Why did she not have to prove what she was saying, was my question.
It was awful.
It was absolutely
awful. And then, hold on.
You sent me in a drive-thru, like, texting you.
And then you sent me the IRS form, the online version of it, like, to go through, like, the prompts. And then she said, that's not it. And then she pulled up, like, the printable PDF, which is cool. But then she showed the exact same questions that were on my form as well.
Yes.
And then the live ended. Like, when then, like, the host was telling me I was over talking, I'm like, dude, she's showing the same thing I'm showing. She's literally, it's on my screen as she talks. I felt like I was going crazy.
That was a whole lot of gaslighting that was happening.
It was pretty cool. All right. I love you. Bye.
Bye. I love you. Did you let the chickens and ducks out by chance? Not yet. Okay.
You heard chirping.
I did, but, like, I don't now. Why? Yeah, queso and margs are great. MAGA bad faith? No way. This is 40. I know you're not a Trump supporter. So guys, if you are a Trump supporter or you disagree with the background, please request up. Let us see who is on these tickety-tockety streets today. I really want Trump is you our daddy to come on live today. Because, I need a clip yesterday where he threatened to dox me. He was so mad, babe, that we were in there just watching his live. That he was like, keep going, Emma. I'm going to post all your information on the internet. And I was like, luckily I have that recorded, and now it's premeditated. So, like, do you, boo?
Guys, we found Thunder. Thunder is on the internet today, and Thunder, I don't know how you're in two places at once. It's pretty impressive. But if anyone wants to go say hi to Thunder and let him know that he's on my stream this morning, go ahead. It's Tyler Stokes. Oh, Patriotic Wolf is over there. Hold on.
Hold on. It wasn't just the boomers. Let me
The one we watched is over
let me set you straight here. President Obama, all of the
Tyler,
other
I wanted to introduce myself.
all of the other former presidents also added
Hold
to
on.
the debt. It wasn't just the boomers. Congress is also adding to the debt. Insider trading. Do you
Hang
know?
on, Peter. Hold on, Peter.
Mhm.
Patronic Wolf. Protect our purposes. Your age, where you're from, and who did you vote for, please?
25, Malibu, California, Trump.
Good
Thank
morning,
you for-
Ellen.
Good morning. Welcome in.
Hey, Ellen.
I want to go back for a little round with this little California dude because what he said. This is another one of them little son of a bitches that are going to accuse the boomers because he can't afford to buy a house. He's giving excuses, not reasons. He's whining instead of working. You can get anything that anybody else can have if you get your ass out there and work for it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sit around and make excuses why you can't get this. Get out and get it. The only thing holding you back is you.
It's so wild for OG to say that as a boomer because there was so much that happened in the boomer generation that made it harder for us to simply exist. Like housing market inflation, the college affordability gap. There was there's job loyalty versus modern work realities. There's literal studies on this. It's wild. Healthcare cost increases.
As American citizens, that's taking our rights away from us.
So you don't agree with the founding fathers because that was the law back then.
Back then, but we're in a different era.
Hi, Tortilla.
We're not in the freaking 1800s anymore.
So
if you want that,
people...
California, shush, I'm talking. If you want that, go to another country where you can't vote. Live under Sharia law. Shush.
Oh my God.
Live under Sharia law.
That's so
See how
silly.
that works out for you.
Brooke, now is that really a suit on you or what is that?
Exactly.
It's some AI generated picture that a friend made for me.
Yes.
You know, if he wants that, then he has to also he has to also fucking say, okay,
Thunder,
well,
what
the
are we
left
doing?
fucked up with the Supreme Court ruling of the 14th Amendment.
Yep.
Oh, the newest
and then
one?
Patriotic Wolf left. I was hoping, damn. I only unmuted them because I was hoping Patriotic Wolf would tell Thunder that he's a guest star on my show today. That's Thunder, screw. That's this guy right here. Right here in the chair. It's wild. I think Patriotic Wolf is Stallion Phoebe, but the person that was talking about Sharia law, that was Brookie, not Patriotic Wolf. That was Republican Brookie that was talking. Guys, there are almost 300 people in here. One of y'all has to be a Trump supporter. And if you're over on the Tubi or the Twitch and you're watching and you disagree with the background, there's a phone number. The phone number will connect you directly to me, believe it or not. It's wild. It's wild how technology works. W Phoebe for calling her out. I was just letting you know the one that was speaking wasn't Patriotic Wolf. Yeah, hold on. So, let's see. This is where Thunder currently is at while we look for some lives to get into. If anyone wants to go over there and tell Thunder that he is a guest on the stream this morning. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I didn't even see you, Noel. I'm so sorry. If you're still here, I texted you back anyway, in case you're not. Good morning, Michael John. Can I have your age for TikTok?
62,
All right. What state are you from?
New Hampshire.
I know you're a Trump supporter. You're in my chat almost every day being a fan, but you never come up. What brings you up today?
Well, the college talk,
Sure.
because I put 2 kids through college and they're in their late 20s and they're still living at home. And none of them have a job in their career. And I thought in the beginning of all this that it was a waste of money.
Okay, so the problem here when we're talking about like boomers and what happened to make things more unaffordable versus younger generations, right? We're talking about college specifically. At what point in society did college become free? Or like did college become unfree, right? Because college used to be publicly funded. Do you know at what point in history they started charging tuition for college?
I probably it was in the 80s. It probably was in the 70s, probably the 60s or the 50s.
It was directly after the Vietnam War. Do you know why?
Why?
Because so a lot of men were drafted during the Vietnam War, and one of the perks that you've always gotten for being part of the military was free higher education. So when all of those men came back from being drafted and wanted to seek higher education, they made it at the time to the president actually made it, I can't remember who was president off the top of my head, but the president actually made it at the time where you had to start paying tuition. One, because of the influx of the amount of people who wanted to go to school, and two, because they didn't want to offer free college to men of color.
Well, now you're getting way out of the. Now you like everything. It always goes back to race.
But that's true, though.
That's
That's
I
a
know,
fact
but
that happened in
that's
history. They didn't want
yeah, but
black people to be educated.
the problem is now, not back.
Okay, so the
In
problem
the
starts somewhere, Michael John, right? So we started charging tuition after all of the men who were drafted and forced to fight for this country came back from said draft and wanted to go to college because of the influx of the amount of people who wanted to go to college, and because at the time they didn't want black men to be educated. Then capitalism took over, and they found out that they
I
could
don't think
charge
that
more and
because
more and more.
the
for
Vietnam
college.
War ended in the 70s, okay, and I don't believe that is true. All right.
Okay. When did segregation end, Michael John?
It didn't end in the 70s. That's for sure.
Okay, Michael John, do you have any source or data to prove that what I'm saying isn't true?
Yeah, the Vietnam War ended in the 70s.
Right. How does that prove that what I said isn't true? How does that prove that they didn't want to educate black men?
Who's they?
The government, the white people who had a problem with black individuals.
Isn't that like against the law?
No.
Yeah.
It's not against the law to charge a tuition, making it harder for like men and women to go to college if they didn't join the military. Right? So the black men who fought in the Vietnam War had to be educated because they were a part of the military.
Yeah, but you're
That's
just
one of the
making
perks. But black
different
men and
things.
women who shut up and stop talking over me. Stop it. Black men and women who did not join the military who wanted to go to college had to pay a tuition. But everybody prior to the Vietnam War got college for free. And prior to the Vietnam War, we had segregation. So black men and women weren't allowed to go to college, right? Hello? Are we okay? Here, I'll send you an invitation to unmute. Good morning, Finn. Are you gonna
So
respond?
what you're telling me? So just the black men paid for college, but not the white men?
No, Michael John, listen to what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's not what
So
I.
you're just
No.
making the excuse. You're just making it.
Okay, I'm gonna mute you again, Michael John, because you're not listening. The Vietnam War happened. All men, black, brown, and white, were drafted to the war. One of the perks that you've always gotten for being in the military is free higher education. Prior to being in the military, though, prior to the Vietnam War, higher education was already super low cost tuition or free, depending on your circumstance. If you went to college in the state in which you were born, it was free. If you wanted to go to college outside of your state, you had to pay a low cost tuition. But at that time, before the Vietnam War, we had segregation. We didn't have HBCUs, right? So black men and women were less likely to go to college because they weren't really allowed in college, okay? Now, fast forward, they're all drafted for the Vietnam War. They now have to be able to go to college, plus segregation has ended if they want to because they get this perk from being in the military. So now we're seeing an influx of men, particularly going to college, and we're seeing an influx of black individuals who weren't in the military wanting to go to college because they now legally can. So Richard Nixon made it to where you had to pay more to go to college because they didn't want black individuals educated. So if you didn't go to the war, like if you didn't go to war, or you didn't like join the military and you were a black or white individual, that's when you at that point had to start paying for college. This was just a racist thing that happened in a racist time period in history, and you not wanting to believe it during a time of racism is wild work.
It's supply and demand. That's what it is.
Why was it free before
When
the
you
Vietnam
have a
War?
lot of people going to college,
Why was it free
you
before
have
the Vietnam
to
War?
because I guess the demand wasn't high.
Why wasn't the demand high?
Because you didn't have an opportunity. People didn't have opportunities to go. Now they made
Because certain
opportunities.
individuals weren't allowed to go, right?
No, they made opportunities for people to go to college. You're reversing it.
I'm not
They
reversing.
made opportunities for people to go to college.
Were black individuals before segregation ended allowed to go to college?
I'm sure they were.
Show me. Google it right now, Michael John.
Of
You know how
course
to
they
Google.
were.
You know
Of
how to
course,
Google.
of
You know how
course
to
they
Google.
do.
You know how to Google. Google it.
I'm just on a phone. I don't have a computer.
You don't need a computer to Google. You can Google on your phone.
Black people went to college before 1970. Don't be ridiculous. All right. Oh, damn.
Are you going to provide a source, or are you just going to say no?
You're telling me there's not one soul, one black person went to
say
college
one.
before 1970?
That's not what
Yeah,
I
you
said.
did.
No, I
You said they're
didn't.
not. Well, then what'd you say?
I said black and brown individuals were less likely to go to college during times of segregation because they were not allowed in college. Because of segregation. We didn't have HBCUs. It's really important when we close our mouths and open our listening ears, isn't it, Michael John?
No, you were talking Vietnam, and then
What
like
was
always,
before Vietnam? Was segregation
like
before
always,
Vietnam?
and you
Michael
start
John,
going back.
Was
Then you start going
segregation
back
was
in time
segregation
and
before Vietnam?
making your points 30,
Was
40 years
segregation
ago.
before Vietnam? Was segregation before Vietnam, brother?
Yes, and black people went to
before
college.
Vietnam because I'm saying
Of
during
course
the
they
times
went
of
to
segregation.
college. If they
Guys,
can go
remember,
into
it's
public
$10 to pop it
school,
out. They
if they
couldn't
can
go
go to
into public school.
they
were
can
not
go
allowed.
to college.
They were not even allowed in public schools with white individuals. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the GI Bill, or are you talking about freaking 1950 and I don't understand.
Michael John,
where you're
when
going with this.
segregation was happening, were black individuals allowed to go to school with white individuals?
When was that happening?
When was segregation happening, Michael John? Tell me.
I don't know. You tell me. You're talking about 1970, and now you're talking about that. When did it happen?
I'm talking about the time directly before 1970 as well.
Dude, I was alive in 1970, okay? I know.
Segregation ended in 1964. Is 1964 right before 1970? Like, what are we talking about? Guys, am I being difficult, or is Michael John just not tracking? Michael John, are the 1960s the decade that comes right before the 1970s? That's all I need to know. Also, chat, remember, as always, it is $10 to pop it up. $50 per man. Michael John, where we at, man? What are we doing?
You were talking about Vietnam War. You weren't talking about 1960.
Okay, hold on, chat. Put a 1 in the chat if this entire conversation I have said before the Vietnam War was segregation, which would be the 1960s that came right before the 1970s. Put a 2 in the chat if I never once talked about it, about what came before Vietnam. Michael John, look at the chat. You're not paying attention to track this conversation. You're being obtuse on purpose. I've talked about segregation and the Vietnam War this entire time, man, because those two things together are why we now have, why redlining exists, why we had tuition in colleges, how the housing market inflation went up, because white people wanted to keep black and brown individuals from being educated and owning things. You should really just go read a book, man. You really should. It would help you immensely, I think. When did the Vietnam War start? Instead of when did it end, when did it start? Do you know, Michael John?
I think in the late 50s somewhere.
Mid-50s, 1955. So the Vietnam War started actually during segregation, and yet black individuals were still drafted to go fight for a country that they couldn't even go share a space with white people in. They couldn't drink out of the same water fountain as a white person, or step into the same bathroom, or receive the same education. But they had to go fight and die for this country.
I understand all that.
So yes, okay.
But that's
so
not what you were talking about.
That's exactly
you were
what I was
talking
talking
about. You were
Michael,
talking about
stop.
black people weren't going to college. And
Michael, stop. I'm going to give you the timeline of events. Vietnam War starts 1955. Segregation is very much in full swing. Okay, segregation ends 1964. Right? Vietnam War doesn't end until like 1970 something. Okay, so when all of those troops came back at the end, like with the ending of segregation and the troops coming back, and they all have their GI Bills, we now have an influx of men specifically trying to go to college. Those men including black and brown individuals. So Nixon decides, with this influx, we're going to start charging tuition because these people may not have to pay for college because of the GI Bill, but individuals like them who weren't in the military will have to pay for college because they did not want black and brown individuals to be able to be educated. They then started a process called redlining, which is where they kept most black and brown individuals in the most poverty-stricken areas of their cities, and banks wouldn't give them loans, they wouldn't give them credit, they wouldn't do this, that, and the other in order for them to get out of those situations. So now whenever you see like underfunded schools, that is due to redlining because we did our damnedest as white individuals to keep black and brown people like below us. We didn't think they were allowed to be equal to us. And that still exists to this day. The last school to be desegregated was in 2012, Michael John. Did you know that?
I never heard of that. No.
Yeah, here, I'll look it up for you.
You don't have to look it up for
No,
me.
I want you to
waste your
have
time.
I want you to have this information. When was the last school desegregated? Oh, 2016, my bad. Cleveland High School in Cleveland, Mississippi was the last school to be desegregated in the United States, and the process was completed in 2016. Cleveland High School historically was a whites-only school, and Eastside High School, excuse me, historically a black school. They remained racially segregated for decades, despite the 1954 Supreme Court ruling in Brown v. Board of Education, which declared segregation in public schools unconstitutional and mandated desegregation with all deliberate speed. The Cleveland School District resisted integration for decades, and a federal judge finally ordered the merger of the two schools in 2016. The merger created Cleveland Central High School, combining students from both former schools. The East Side campus was repurposed as a middle school, and the former Cleveland High campus became the new high school. This desegregation came more than 60 years after the Brown decision. So to sit here and act like these two things don't go hand in hand, and that it didn't cause a ripple effect that ultimately trickled down to harm white individuals as much as it harms black and brown individuals, is just you trying to be... What's the bird that like buries their head in the sand? Is it an ostrich?
Yeah.
It's like you're doing the ostrich thing right now. You're just burying your head in the sand and being like, this isn't real. This didn't really happen. Because
I
like,
think it's more supply and demand.
But it
When
wasn't.
you have a lot of people going to school and you have to hire a lot of teachers and build dorms, it costs a lot of money.
We had a lot of people going to school. We
And
hired
then
a
what
lot
you
of
want?
teachers.
Exactly. And they are professors and sort. So they make a lot of money. So people, and it wasn't a lot of money back then. My brother went to school for $5,000 in the 80s. So you're not talking, you're not talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars back then. You were talking $5,000 for an education, maybe. It wasn't like life ruining money. As you could afford to go to school back then. But now it's just really expensive because I paid for my two kids to go to college. $250,000, I agree with you, is ridiculous. But back then, it wasn't, it was a few thousand. It cost my brother in the 80s $25,000 for his education. It's not because of black people that the education's so expensive.
I didn't just say it was because of black
Well, that's basically what you're doing.
No, this is how I
Education's so
know-
expensive.
This is how I know
It's
you're not
because of the black people who want to go on. You're making this big issue when there's no issue.
This is how I know you're not
It's an issue is because people are making it expensive.
Crystal, thank you for the $4. Guest really needs to read The Color of Law by Richard Rothstein. It goes over redlining, blocking GI bills, overcrowding. Give me just a second so I can read the rest of this. Thank you. This is the book I was just searching for. Overcrowding black communities, giving mortgages for whites only, etc. So can you get a pen and paper for me, Michael John? I want you to write this down. I would really like you to read this book and then come back and revisit this conversation with me.
Your argument of today and then does not make any
Are
sense.
you willing to read this book, Michael John?
No, I'm not reading any book.
Okay. So they
Because your
continue to be an
argument,
ostrich. I don't care. Because that wasn't my argument. That wasn't the sole purpose of my argument, and you're just letting me know.
the argument
you're
is
not
that
listening.
college.
You're stuck on the race aspect, and that wasn't the only aspect of my argument. You are literally being obtuse on purpose, which is infuriating. I don't even know where to take this conversation anymore because you're being willfully ignorant. This is hard to talk to you, Michael John. Your racism is showing.
You're not.
I'm not listening to you anymore, Michael John. I'm sorry. I just can't. It's wild work, guys. It's very disheartening when these things happen because we have a timeline in history as to what happened, why these things were caused, and ultimately the trickle-down effect that affects every single one of us today, whether you're black, brown, or white, right? Like, it's almost impossible for anybody to go to a college that doesn't have some form of a scholarship, isn't in the military, doesn't come from a wealthy family, etc. But, like, boomers don't want to listen. They don't. He literally just admitted, well, my brother got to go to college for $5,000. That same college today would be $500,000, $250,000 for a tuition. Which, by the way, chat, if anybody wants to tell Thunder he's a guest star on my show today, this is where he is. What are you playing?
It's called Days Gone.
I like the graphics.
You would like this game.
Why?
It's a zombie game.
Just because it's a zombie game doesn't mean I wouldn't like it.
It's scary.
Oh. Okay, you're right. I don't like scary.
Like you can get swarmed by hordes.
And then we're fighting.
Why?
Because I had to find out you needed my specific set of fucking skills via my Discord server versus direct message to me.
Oh, my bad.
We're gonna fight.
I didn't ask you for help.
I know you're like, hey, how do I get insurance? I was like, I looked over and I saw it. I'm like, bitch, why did you just fucking message me? The fuck? I'm offended.
I didn't want to bother you.
Emma, you have my phone number. Like, there's a general rule of thumb. One, if it has to do with shit like that, nobody's bothering me. Two, you have my phone number, ma'am.
I know. I didn't want to be a bother.
I want to explain why this is a silly statement. She's like, I don't want to be a bother, so I'm not going to message Crow, so I'm going to go to the server that's run by Crow to ask the same question, which means Crow's going to look at it anyway, which means it's actually more of a bother that way, because now I got to find that shit versus just going, oh yeah, here you go.
These buttheads put egg on my bagels. It's okay. I'll just peel it off. But guys, McDonald's egg is the worst. I just want to put that out there. But yeah, Crow, valid crash in because I could have just texted you. But so to be fair, your bread and butter is like Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps. I can't seem to get back on Medicare and Medicaid for whatever reason. They just are. They won't listen to me. They won't talk to me. I can't even get an interview. I can't get.
Y'all are fucked up. Y'all are fucked up in Indiana because I went digging. When I saw that message, I went fucking digging. So in Pennsylvania, you know what we have?
What?
We have this thing called Penny. It's a Pennsylvania healthcare marketplace. It's actually very nice. It's very simple. The last governor, I think it was Governor Wolf, had it created. When it comes to ACA shit, whereas you got to go to healthcare.gov and do 13 different things, PA, we just go to fucking Penny. And then it's an almost automated process. You just fill out all your shit and it just goes, here's what you can get. Indiana doesn't like y'all, I guess.
Of course not. Have you seen our governor? Have you seen the people who are suffering right now in northern Indiana still without electricity and water because of the floods we just had?
Also, chat, wish me luck tomorrow. I have to spend all day on the rooftop unsupervised.
Well, that doesn't sound safe.
I gotta retar the
That
roof.
doesn't sound safe at all. All right, guys, let's see.
He's at work.
You guys are killing it on the likes. Keep tapping the screen. Keep sharing the live. There's 240 people in here right now. I am going to log into my backup, see if we can find some tickety-tockety streets to get into. Excuse me, chat. I really wish this cough would, go fuck itself. Just to be frank. Let's see what we can find.
You can clarify because now it's coming up in chat. Char, I used the RE-TAR as in I need to apply new tar to the roof. I have to tar again.
Have you found out about your about the job you interviewed for yet?
No. I actually got to get snippy with it. Does that mean you were like, well, we never got your references and those are mandatory? I'm like, actually, as you can see here on September 5th, I attached it to this email, but I'll gladly send it again.
I really hope you get it. Paul says hi.
Hi, Paul.
He says hi. Let's see.
No, Renee, it was a valid question because, as I said the word, I was like, wait, I know what this sounds like. because the D is going to be heard even though it's not said. To clarify.
There are so many lives happening right now about Lindsay Clancy, and it's all men trying to villainize this woman for screaming for help. And it's so disheartening and just really sad. And it just makes me, the men who are screaming about this, I hope they're reachable, but it also just makes me feel like they're not great partners. It's really sad. Let's see. Oh, Crow, what is up with this? They're thinking about changing the Doris Miller ship to changing the name of it. Everett says you guys are fighting because you didn't answer his text.
It's just Donald Trump trying to change it, put his name on more shit because nobody is more obsessed with putting their names on things than Donald Trump. He thinks that like if he just gets his name on enough things, he matters.
Right. What was it?
Back in ye old days, this is not saying billionaires are good, but this is saying that back in ye old days, like rich people have like this weird internal duty to fix the world that they were benefited from. Like the reason the city I live in has the most green space per capita is because one rich old fucking lumber baron decided to give his entire fortune in perpetuity in a trust to make sure that my city always has parks. Like, because that's the kind of way a lot of older fucking tycoons operated. As when they got to the end of their life, they just give their funds back to the fucking community because that was the old tycoon mindset of give back to the people that made me rich. Nowadays, it's my legacy is I just slap my name on a whole bunch of shit and call it a fucking day.
Everett, he wants you to know he didn't answer because he had no idea who you were talking about. He's not as into politics as I am. Like, he's into politics, but not, like, as deeply. Hey, Voyage, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I'm a conservative Republican activist.
Cool. Can I have your age for TikTok?
Yeah, July 18, 2001.
Nice. And what state are you from?
Yeah, I live in Minnesota.
Okay, so I got some subjects up to the top, or we can talk about current events. What tickles your fancy?
Alrighty. Let's see. Stop what? Stop electing. Okay.
You just requested up, and you hold on.
Are...
Time out. So you just came into a room and immediately requested up. Didn't even bother to look at the background. Like, what brought you up?
So, do you want me to like pick a topic, or do you want me to just like?
I just asked you a question. What brought you up? Because you just came into a room, requested up, because you clearly didn't read the topics, right?
You're MAGA hunting, right? You have a MAGA up here. You should be respectful. You fucking like.
I don't have to be respectful, right?
You're fucking torta. Shut the fuck up.
I'm a what?
You're a torta. You're still eating, you fat bitch. Stop
God
eating.
forbid I have some breakfast. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're fat. You need to stop eating.
Here, turn on your camera, brother.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Turn on your camera. Oh, you're that motherfucker who like holds rage bait lives that can't debate. You kick me every time I'm in your stream. You need a dentist bad, my guy. A dentist is needed hella bad. Why do Republican conservatives always look like poster children for universal health care? This is embarrassing for you. You can go to my YouTube, Front Porch Politics, and watch where I've attempted to debate you on numerous times, asked you a question that you couldn't answer, and you booted me like a bitch. You can find that on Front Porch Politics, brother. Thanks for coming to the show, but keep on being a pussy, okay? That kid is so funny. Guys, we've MAGA hunted him before. And every time I go to his stream, he gets so upset anytime I ask a logical question and just kicks me. Because, like, he can't actually have a conversation. He's the type who literally, remember, guys, we were in there a couple weeks ago. He was talking about how, like, women belong in the home, being the homemakers, and then, like, kissed his wife goodbye as she went to work. Do you guys remember that? Like, yeah. Yeah. It's fucking hilarious. It's so funny. RJ, you know that the incel kid that hosts all of the lives that are like just super rage baiting? And like he just boots everybody. You've debated him before, RJ. He just came up here and was like, "You need to be respectful because I'm a MAGA," and then tried to call me fat. So like I made him turn on his camera and it turned out to be him. Like he could go to my YouTube and watch as he has been so terrified and booted me every time I've been on his stream. Yeah, it's not nearly specific enough. I know. Great, that's actually not true. So here's what happened, Great, last night. So Millie said, the crux of Millie's argument was when filling out an ITIN form, a W-7, you do not have to put your status on that form. That was her claim. So RJ showed on the W-7 form where you in fact have to put your status. Millie showed the printable form where in fact you still had to put your status. And then instead of conceding, here, did you hear all of that?
Yes, but
Okay.
we were talking. They were
So hold
talking
on.
about illegals.
I know. I was there. I'm the one who gave RJ the W-7 form. So her claim was that you did not have to put your status on said form. I sent RJ the online form where you had to put your status. Millie then showed the paper form where at the very top you had to put your status, and then she tried to move the goalpost and say that it was something else when it wasn't. Her claim was on a W-7 form, you do not have to put your legal status to get an ITIN number. Did RJ prove that was wrong? Yes or no?
Yes.
So
Yes.
she
He would.
lost.
No. He was wrong. No. He was wrong. You were specifically talking about illegals and
What was
how
I wrong
they.
about?
You made the claim that illegals produce $90 billion.
Yeah, they do.
For the United States.
Yeah,
But,
according to the Tax Policy Center at ITEP and like 5 other different foundations.
yeah,
that
but
he
those
says that.
sources are guesstimates, right? They're using.
Yeah,
They're not
but they're
using actual IRS data.
great. They're widely accepted.
But by you, but not by actual
everyone,
facts.
like by the House, by the Republican House, also cites that number. By the Republican House cites that number.
But it's not an accurate number if you don't have actual.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. If her claim is those numbers are wrong, it would be on her to show me a source that they're wrong or B, more accurate numbers. She did neither one of those things.
Can you agree that it's a guesstimate though? It's not a real number.
It's a guesstimate based on they have access to primary sources. They have access to the data that we don't. It's
Well,
not
they
an
don't have
estimate
real
based on
IRS
nothing.
data,
Great.
right?
The Tax Policy Center, a Republican foundation, cites the same numbers. Actually, theirs is an estimate of close to 100 billion, whereas ITEP's is 96.7. This is widely accepted data that she spent 45 minutes saying it's not accepted, didn't provide a source for why it's not accepted, or provided any data that proves me wrong.
She didn't say it wasn't accepted, RJ. Here are 2 points. No. One, first of all, we don't even know. Do we even know exactly how many illegals are in the United States? Because
between 11.5 and 14, according to Pew Research and Censuses. That's the
and
best
where do they
estimate
get that data from? Surveys? It's another guesstimate.
DHS, Pew Research, DHS, dude. It's crazy.
So that's a guesstimate, right? That's a guesstimate. And number two,
great. Chill for a sec. Chill. Do you know who won that debate? I'm gonna go with Millie because Millie got her supporters to grift like 25,000 coins off her. That's why she won. There was no substance to it, and then everyone watching it lost because we went nowhere. We couldn't get past widely accepted data, and then we couldn't get past an online version of a PDF of a tax form versus the online portal, which literally said the exact same thing. Everyone lost.
Wrong on that tax form, by the way. It has nothing. That's for outside. Actually, a tax guy came up after you guys got dropped, or
a conservative came up.
No.
He was. And restarted. Not after she didn't.
First of all, why didn't you guys come back? Because that sucked. It was only 30 minutes.
We didn't know.
It was so disappointing.
I knew she restarted, but I was all set. We spent 45 minutes arguing a tax form, and then 30 minutes arguing widely accepted data.
All right, can you guys please do it again? Because I don't think it was long enough. It was actually pretty entertaining.
That was awful. I would never do that again.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. But
you thought
I
it was good because you like her.
Absolutely. Great. If you want to talk to a tax person, my tax person wants to come up and have a conversation.
Yeah, bring the tax person up. Let's get clarification.
Hi, Jen.
Hi. I watched that, RJ. I want to say that whoever that lady is, I don't know who she is, was so irritating. She was completely clueless. So the W-7s absolutely require how you got into the United States and what your current status is. I have filled them out, both online and an actual form. And both of them actually do have to declare what you are to get the I-10 number.
So you have to declare you're an illegal.
You have to declare why you're in the United States.
That's not the question. Does it determine if you're illegal or illegal?
Yes.
Okay, so you can specifically say, I'm illegal. I have no immigration status in the country.
First of all, it's not illegal. You have to stop using that word.
Well, that's what it is.
He'll never.
No, it is not.
He'll never.
You have to declare.
He'll never. Two things he'll never do. He'll never put his camera on, and two, he will never abide by like rules of like treating people like humans. So you're never going to win that fight.
Well, it doesn't even say illegal in the immigration status in the immigration law.
They are. Time out, Jen. I don't want to interrupt you, but Haley, thank you for the $2.75 for watching the trial today. But I love you so much. Love you as well, Haley. Go ahead, Jen. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. You have to, in the immigration law, it says that they are aliens, first of all, which is even weirder, but they are undocumented, and it asks you what your documentation is. So if you don't have any documents, then obviously you came over without, you're an undocumented immigrant.
So what status is that on that form then?
It's not a status. You have to provide your documentation. And if you don't, if you put you have none, would that mean that you are unable to provide documentation, right? You don't have a green card, you don't have a visa, you don't have any kind of documentation that makes sense, correct? That would be what that means.
So where do you put that? Where do you fill that out?
So it asks right there, the A through H, is all about what documentation you are providing.
Right, and this
okay,
is the
so
form
show us.
Millie
It's
showed.
really tiny, Emma. You can barely see it.
This is
I don't know
the
if you
form
can.
Millie showed.
Okay, perfect. So let's say you quote unquote undocumented, illegal. You don't have a status, right? TPS or anything. Which one would you check?
Non-resident alien required to get an ITIN to claim tax treaty benefit. Hey, that's what you put.
Yep.
Literally,
And
right
then
there.
you
This is the
And
form Millie showed,
only
right?
people that are undocumented check that.
Well, because look, because if you have documentation, right, you put U.S. resident alien based on days present United States, so C, or you put spouse of U.S. citizen resident alien, dependent of U.S. citizen resident alien, or non-resident alien student, professor, or researcher filing U.S. federal tax return or claiming an exception, because that probably means student visa, dependent or spouse of a non-resident alien holding a U.S. visa, or other, and then you type in here, according to the instructions, what you need. Like
The only people who would need an ITIN number are undocumented.
And
Otherwise,
this is
like,
only for
asylum
people
seekers
in the
under
United
TPS
States.
status,
So,
they'll have a social security number.
so if people are getting income outside of the United States, let's say, for example, someone works for a U.S. company, but they have to fill out this form. Can they fill this form out if you're like in the Philippines?
If the company wants to use wants them to file taxes, yes. So if they are not, so we have a lot of we have a lot of people who will hire people from the Philippines to do accounting and basic bookkeeping. Those people that are in the other countries are usually run through a company that they get paid from, and the company then has authorization to work or to receive U.S. dollars, basically.
So again, you don't necessarily have to be in the United States.
Correct.
Okay, so then how are you determining how much quote unquote illegals or undocumented, however you guys want to say it, doesn't make a difference to me,
Undocumented.
bring in tax revenue?
Because right here,
If this
if you go-
form
hold
can
on,
be
if you go
filled out by
down-
someone that's not even in the United
So
States.
you wouldn't fill this form out for somebody who's not getting in the United States.
That's crazy, dude.
Hold on.
Well, you just claimed, she just claimed that you don't have to be in the U.S. to fill
Greg,
this
can you
form.
hear me? Hello? Look at the screen. Applicant's mailing address if they are in the United States. Foreign non-U.S. address. Just look at the form.
Oh, he run or did you kick
He
him?
ran.
Oh, great. Come on, dude.
Why is it so hard to read stuff?
Yeah, sorry guys, I had to change my name for as much as I want more clients, I don't want the clients that have been, or the people who have been kind of a little rough in my DMs. So I just changed my name for that sake.
But we appreciate you, Jen. Thanks for coming up.
Yep.
Well,
Let me
Thank
know
you.
if you need
I'll drop 2.
Okay, bye, RJ.
Let me know if you need any tax advice.
Got you.
Emma,
Yes.
to further clarify, is that the full PDF that you have?
It's just the one page. It's just the W-7 form.
I sent you the full PDF. There's something I wanted to point at. It's on Discord. Yeah. Go to page 3. Because page 3 will answer all of the questions that were being answered. The ones that's actually numbered on the document is page 3.
Okay, let me pull this back up. I may have to make this smaller again for us to actually read it.
You're probably. There's a specific section on here that will answer all of the questions that were asked. Because these are all the instructions for Form W7 that I sent you.
Okay, where are we
And
looking?
actually, right there, it's on screen. Who is eligible to complete this form? That section right there.
Any individual who isn't eligible to get a social security number, but who must furnish a taxpayer identification number for U.S. tax purposes, or to file a U.S. federal tax return must apply for an ITIN on Form W7, examples including the following. A non-resident alien individual claiming reduced withholding under the applicable income tax treaty for which an ITIN is required. See regulations, blah, blah, blah. Also, see Pub 515, withholding of tax non-resident alien and foreign entities. A non-resident alien individual not eligible for a social security number who is required to file a U.S. federal tax return, or who is filing a U.S. federal tax return to claim a refund or to report income. A non-resident alien individual not eligible for a social security number who elects to file a joint U.S. federal tax return with a spouse who is a U.S. citizen or resident alien. That scared me. A U.S. resident alien based on the number of days present in the United States, known as the substantial presence test, who files a U.S. federal tax return but who isn't eligible for a social security number. A non-resident alien student, professor, or researcher who is required to file a U.S. federal tax return but who isn't eligible for a social security number or who is claiming an exception to the tax return filing requirement. An alien spouse claimed as an exemption on a U.S. federal tax return who isn't eligible to get a social security number. So yeah, like
And then
literally
follow-up.
all of the things.
And as a follow-up,
Like Millie
go
lost.
same page,
Like,
right column.
and when she was losing,
Point.
instead of conceding,
Emma,
because
can you
she
hear me?
never concedes, she tried
I don't
to
think
move
Emma
the
can hear me.
goalpost to try to twist it to make it seem like the point she was trying to make to begin with was right when it wasn't. That's what she does, and that's why I don't talk to Millie. My headphones just died, I think.
Are you back?
Let me get reconnected here.
He ain't gonna teabag.
I can't hear anything.
No, you cannot hear anything. Tick tock on the clock, PJ, make that music stop tonight. Gonna fight like I hear the feel of sunlight.
Fashion class.
Oh, I can't hear anything.
Him or no?
I was just trying to make random sounds until Emma's headphones connected.
Can't I hear anything? My headphones are on. They're connected. Now they're off. And now they're on.
Emma broke everything, Jack.
I didn't break anything. I could hear you through my speaker, by the way.
The answer to what documentation they supply is actually in the next column over. That's what I was trying to get you to go to, but then everything broke.
Okay.
Sure, not on my dime.
I need to turn my speaker off.
Half the price.
Y'all,
So I know you guys can hear me. My headphones aren't working for me to hear anyone. So I can't hear
yeah, that's
Crow.
right. When
I can hear
you want to
always.
bet that when her headphones died, she comes to her speakers.
Is to die for.
What's happening? And this is ultimately why I wound up buying new headphones yesterday.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I can hear
Hey,
again.
Spirit, it's me, your boy. Dear Spirit, is your relationship status single, married, or it's complicated? All right, since you couldn't hear me the first 4 times, on that document is also the answer to the other question on that exact same page under supporting document requirements, point 1. For somebody that is not a citizen to be here, to get an ITIN, they must show connection to a foreign nation. It is point 1 of supporting documents requirements.
Yep. Literally said that right there.
But that being said, that entire guess was a symptom of an issue I've had for a very long time, and it's been growing more and more with me on TikTok. Because notice he didn't say right. At no point in that statement was he's like, they were right. He said they won. He kept saying they won, they won, they won, they won, they won. Does anybody know what the purpose of debate was for? Like, why did we even create a debate? As like a people, as a human species?
I don't think it was to just win.
It was to further human understanding. It was, we sit in the forum and I have ideas and you have ideas and we put those ideas at each other to further human understanding. It's not about what's right, or it's not about who wins. It's about what's right, what's correct, what's real, what's objective. TikTok debate has turned the entire concept debate into a spectacle of win and loss rather than real and unreal, facts and fake. And that's one of the biggest problems with online discourse is everybody's more concerned with the win, and the win is 90% of the time a performative win. It's not like what they said was true. It's what they say entertains because that's what wins come to mean. Win does not come to mean correct. Win has come to mean, was I entertained by the way they said the words they said?
Fuck, now the YouTube audio is shit again. It's gotta be these headphones. Okay, hold on. Let's go into the settings here. And let's see, because there is a microphone on these headphones that I don't want it to use. I don't know what that was. No, you're fine, Sam. We don't have any ops in the box anyway right now. Boom. Testing, testing. Is this better?
Testing from the box. Is the box also good?
Join the Angels Live. Is this better? TikTok we're not having an issue with. It's YouTube we're having an issue with.
I'm having an issue where I can't find a fucking spray bottle of the alcohol mixture for cleaning records, and I got one of the records I've been looking for my adult one yesterday, and it wasn't an expensive one. It's just hard as fuck to find. And now I can't find my fucking cleaning solution.
There goes my doggo barking. Oh my gosh, I don't think I can finish this other bagel. I want to because it's so yummy, but I don't think I can. Let me go over to the YouTube and see how we're sounding. It's gonna be live session for a minute, chat. So sorry. Oh my God, Moth! Fucking congratulations!
Oh, did Moth just tell you their news?
Yes.
I'm
God,
so very
Moth! A fucking Oh yeah, that sounds horrendous. Guys, I hate it. This is why I need to get these headphones back to working.
Moth, the 3-year program news? Is this that same news? All right, chat. We need to have a conversation. So, like, 'cause I got the same message from Jess last night about, like, do you hate us now? We don't see you anymore, but you're everywhere else. Look, I am always in Jess's, even if I'm not on a panel. I am quite literally always in Jess's. But Jess has been going on at nights lately, and I have been trying to be a better husband and father, so I don't go on lives at nighttime anymore. So yes, I heard your news. I love you all very much, but like, Jess doesn't go on the baby.
Okay, I got my regular headphones working again. I don't know how, but I did. All right, let's get back to it, chat. Should we hit a restart? See if we can get more people in here. It's warm as fuck in this room. What are you doing? Love you. All right, chat. Let's go ahead and hit a quick restart and see if we get some more opposition in here. Make sure when we come back, guys, that we're tapping the screen, we're sharing the live, we're doing all of the good things, and we're doing the dollar and change train so we can knock out this goal for the day. Let's see. All right, give me 30 seconds, and we will. Yep, give me 30 seconds, and we will. Well, I guess we could try Angie's live first. Hold on, let me find it. Let's try Angie's live first. I've never really spoken to Ange. She seems infuriating. Samantha, the fancy mic is right here. I never stopped using it. I don't know what the problem is. The microphone's right here. It's hooked up. It's plugged in. That's where my sound should be coming from. I don't know what's going on. No, it's not the lip curl girl. I don't know what's going on over on the two reviews, and it's really, quite frankly, pissing me off. I think it might be because I just have... Okay. I know, that's the thing. It sounds fine over here on TikTok. It sounds fucked up over on YouTube, and I don't know why. But for some reason, it's fucked up over on YouTube, and I don't know why. That's the problem. See, but Samantha, if it wasn't working, you wouldn't be able to hear me at all. There's no other microphone connected. My headset microphone's not connected. I've got the microphone turned off to my webcam. So if the microphone was not working, you wouldn't be able to hear me at all. Oh, and now I just fucked up my camera somehow. That's cool. What is Mercury is in Gatorade Jet. No, Snap, I love you the most. Okay, we're gonna hit a quick reset so I can fix things. BRB. Okay, 2BUs, hang out for a second. I'm gonna go use the restroom and then try to fix stuff. Alright, let's see if we can fix this. I may have to unplug my dad. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see if we can fix this. I may have to unplug my dad. Alright, let's see. True, Smith, I could do that. Let's see if we can fix this. I may have to unplug my dad. Alright, let's see. True, Smith, I could do that. Let's see if we can. Wait, does it sound better now? Did unplugging my dad work? But I feel like now I'm frozen. Oh wait, no, I'm not frozen, I'm just... Did unplugging my dad work? But I feel like now I'm frozen. It was my dad, but like, what? Okay, so I need to mess with the settings for his camera. Okay, we got it. We fixed it. And we're back, chat. And we fixed it. Over on the 2BUs. Turns out Ray was the problem. It's always a man. It may not be all men, but it's always a man. Right, Smith. I'm gonna have to check out the settings over there. Settings on his webcam, because like it shouldn't I don't know. I thought I turned off the mic settings already, but maybe not. All right, maybe we could get some opposition in here, and if not, then we have the first place that we're gonna go. If we go MAGA hunting. All right, chat. Let's double tap the screen, share the live, do all the good things. I'm gonna help you guys because we were killing it on the likes. Let's go. No, it was just my dad. My dad's webcam was fucking everything up. Mercury is definitely in Gatorade, though. A lot of technology is like freaking out and fucking up. Somebody take Mercury out of the microwave so that way we can just move on with our daily lives, please. That would be immensely helpful. All right, chat. Tap the screen. Share the live. Do all of the good things. Let's go. Make sure you repost. All of the stuff. My Mercury must be in the vacuum because of you. I wish this cough would just like go away. It's just so weird that the sound was fine on TikTok when I had my dad up, but it wasn't fine on YouTube. That's weird to me. So the prednisone, I took today. Tomorrow is my last dose of the prednisone. And then I still have, I think, 3 more days of the antibiotic. Oh, I gotta get more hummingbird food. My little hummingbird is out there. Oh, sweet baby, I'll make you more food, I promise. A recipe from your grandpa for what? All right, chat. Let's freaking go. Let's do it. We're on track. Oh, hummingbird food. Yeah, it's just sugar and water. Some like I normally make it myself whenever I have time, but they actually have pre-made hummingbird food at like the Tractor Supply that I'll buy as well because it's really not that expensive. I have a really pretty hummingbird feeder and I have this really beautiful hummingbird that comes around. He's like really bright green and then his chest is just red, like the reddest I've ever seen. No, I don't clean it every day. Am I supposed to? Am I supposed to clean it every day? I just fill it up and like wait till it's empty. Am I doing it wrong? Like, why would it be so tall if I have to clean it every day? Yes, please, Amber. I'm so sorry, chat. Excuse me. I mean, that makes sense as to like why mine ultimately fills up with ants. I clean the bottom of it to make sure like there's no ants in the bottom to try to like grab my hummingbirds, but the ants do get in the water or the food, I guess, because it's not just water. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter or you disagree with the background, just request that. BRB chat. I'm gonna go get my cough medicine. All right, guys. So sorry. I had to go get some cough medicine. I can't. Oh, hi, Cam. This cough is like the worst part, and it's like it's gotten to the point where I feel way better, right? I can breathe, I can sleep, everything's good. But it's like I have phlegm now, which is fine. TMI, guys. Sorry. It comes up, I spit it out, everything's all good. But it's like I have a tickle. Like I have a tickle in the back of my throat I can't get rid of that makes me constantly cough. Hi, American. Are you a Trump supporter?
Of course.
Can I have your age for TikTok?
26.
What year were you born?
2000.
Okay. What state are you from?
Nevada.
Nevada. All right. I got some topics up top, or we can talk about current events. What tickles your fancy?
I'll go number 2, please.
Can you read it out loud?
Yeah. LGBTQA plus in schools.
Okay. What do you think that looks like?
I think it's very damaging to the young minds that they want to push man on man and woman on woman into schools.
Okay, so that's not
It's
what
not
we're
right.
talking about,
That's
right?
not right.
So it's not what we're talking
No,
about.
it's not right, babe.
Are you gonna allow me to speak?
Isn't that what?
Okay, American, I think you have a bit of a lag. So can you like reset your Wi-Fi, maybe get off Wi-Fi? Because this whole like where we're talking over each other thing isn't gonna work. In order to have like a conversation, right? I like to have back and forth discussions. I don't like to just argue and yell and like fight with people. So I'm gonna send you an invitation on mute. Okay.
You done?
Can I explain to you what I mean by LGBTQIA plus in schools?
Yeah, have at it.
Okay, great. So when we're talking about LGBTQIA plus in schools, we're talking about comprehensive and age-appropriate education to normalize LGBTQIA plus individuals. So like, for example, whenever we're reading a book to a kindergarten class and we're reading a book about a family, there are cis straight individuals who are represented in that story, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, why don't we introduce books where the story is still the same, the story doesn't change, but the illustration behind it, instead of having cis individuals, the child is the child of two dads or two moms or even like a set of grandparents, right? Or if we're doing like family week and all of the children are drawing photos of what their family structures look like, whenever a child draws that they have two moms and a cat, and a student goes, well, why does she have two moms? The teachers go, well, because some families have two moms. That's okay, isn't it?
Can you repeat that?
So, like, let's say, so you've been to kindergarten, right? Once upon a time. I have a child right now in preschool. So let's say they're drawing their families, right? My son would obviously draw me, his father, our two dogs, our 5 cats, and like our 30,000 chickens. Another student might draw their 2 moms, a cat, and a ferret. Another student might draw his 2 dads and their pet frog. So when my son goes, why does he have 2 dads? The teacher goes, because some families have 2 dads. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I speak now or land your plane. I see it as it's not normal behavior. It's not.
Who decides
I
what's
don't want
normal?
my child. I don't want my child going to a school where a kid might have 2 parents, two female parents. I'm sorry. God made Adam and Eve, not Eve and Eve.
Stallion, is this you, bitch?
Wouldn't say it is, but
Stallion.
no.
All right, mods, go ahead and just do the block thing. Do the block thing. I don't deal with Stallion because Stallion's a fucking racist.
My turn to talk.
No, I don't deal with racist, Stallion. You know you're not allowed in my space. So no, Stallion, you can't talk.
Allow me.
Did you hear her say, I don't want my kids going to school where a child might have two gay
I
parents?
requested up because, like, the fuck? Alright, for any other chuds that are fucking listening, we need to have a fucking talk. I need you to get real fucking close to your phone. Hi, my name's Crow. I'm 42 years old. I'm a U.S. Army disabled combat veteran. I've been married for 15 years. I have 2 kids of my own, and I was raised by a single trans mom. Mindsets like that are why the only problem in my childhood were people like fucking you. Because y'all are the ones that were like, hey, you can't hang out with Crow because his mom's a trans lady. Although you didn't call her a trans lady, you called her a slur. And you're the entire reason I had to learn to throw fucking hands. So when you talk about how you don't think it's right for folks to have 2 moms, 2 dads, or a trans parent, I am the product of what you fucking did. That's why I'm so fucking angry.
It's wild. It's so silly. It's so silly to be so upset because, like, I literally had a person be like, well, I don't want books that have gay representation being read to those in kindergarten because I don't think it benefits society. And I was like, okay, so are you saying we should just stop reading books to children? They're like, of course not. I was like, okay, then why do straight couples get representation? Because teaching children that straight couples exist also doesn't benefit society. If that's the logic here, why are we not being, like, linear about it? I swear, these people are never logically consistent, and I think that's what I find to be, like, the most infuriating. Is, like, you can have a bad take and bad opinion, sure, like, that's, like, your free will and your right to do so, but if you're gonna have a bad take and a bad opinion, at least hold, like, that same energy across the board. It seems to be, like, it seems, I don't know. Hey, Judge, why don't you come on
Allow
up?
me. Allow me to address the person in the chat that's now insisting I go see a psychiatrist. I already did. I have PTSD and generalized anxiety disorder from the Army. I actually recommend most people go see a fucking therapist. But you're saying it because I made mention of having a trans parent, a parent that's trans, which is fucking weird. Because I don't need a therapist because my mom is trans. You're fucking weird.
So, guys, I want to point out right now. So, Judge J, who is normally on Great's panel, who every time I go up there is misogynistic, disgusting, is keeps me on mute, boots me from time to time because he's a mod there and he thinks he has all the power. He is in this live right now, sharing this live out, and I am inviting him up for the 5th time. But because he has no power here, he will not come up and have a conversation because he will only speak to women in spaces where he can control the narrative.
Leppy, I have now muted you. If you're gonna just keep fucking catcalling me from the chat, one, my wife, you're gonna have to ask her for permission if you want to talk to me that fucking badly to get in the fucking box. Like shit. Line forms to the fucking left, kid, but you're gonna have to talk to her first.
Judge, that's embarrassing. I hope you know this is clipped and on YouTube and Twitch live right now. That's embarrassing for you, Judge. Guys, I want you to chill out. Liberal Destroyer is just Cam. Guys, you're shadowboxing Cam in the chat right now. I love when Cam does this because Cam says the most rage baity thing, and everybody's like, yes, it's Cam. Cam is fucking with y'all. God damn it, Cam. Honestly, guys, it gives me a giggle. Still kicking. So what we mean by MAGA hunting is, as you can tell, we haven't had a singular op since the reset. Trump supporters are terrified to talk to me. I don't know why, but they are. So instead, I have created a safe space in which I can go into MAGA lives while my audience supports and watches me here. And I go in on my backup account to debate them on their own turf, which is normally 8v1, but we make it work. And even then, they still wind up muting me and booting me for the most part because they're terrified of me. But that's what MAGA hunting is. This is just a safe space for Trump supporters to be able to try to dogpile on me because they can't debate me one-on-one. Hi, Random. Are you a Trump supporter?
I did vote for him, but I just had a question about number 3.
Sure. Can I have your age for TikTok real quick?
43.
All right. So what's your question?
Abortion is healthcare?
Yep.
What do you mean by healthcare?
Well, what is the definition of healthcare? Let's set a baseline.
Well, I'm just asking what you mean by healthcare.
What is the definition of healthcare so we can set a baseline? Because healthcare, by definition, is like any sort of like provision or help that you might need on a mental or physical level by a health cover, by like a doctor, right? By somebody who works in the medical field to
Sure.
maintain, restore, or promote someone's physical, mental, or emotional well-being.
I can accept that.
Okay.
Do you think
Whenever you have to go to the doctor to receive like an abortion, like a DNC, that is healthcare, correct?
Sure.
Great. I'm glad we agree.
Do you believe all healthcare is moral?
I don't argue morals because morals are subjective. You support a man who raped a woman, right? Do you think?
I didn't say that.
Well, hold on. You just said, "Do I think all healthcare is moral?" So you're trying to argue from a moral standpoint. You support Donald Trump, right? You said you support Donald Trump. You voted for him.
No, I did vote. I don't.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
But when we're talking about abortion, we're talking about the moral
Random,
domain.
no, we're talking about morals right now. Random, stop. You voted for Donald Trump, correct? That's what you said when you came up here. Do I need to play it back?
Are you? Yeah, sure.
You voted for Donald Trump? Or do you want me to play it back?
So do you think abortion all
Random. Stop. This is not a trick question. When you came up here, did you say you voted for Donald Trump, yes or no? I don't understand what the problem is right now.
everyone else has destroyed your position you run, so can you go ahead and address
You're not destroying anything. You're refusing to answer a question because I'm about to destroy your morality argument, and you know that. Because Levi, is this you? Again?
No.
Okay, great. So now let's talk about your morality argument and why it doesn't pertain to abortion. When you came up here, stop it. When you came up here, did you say you voted for Donald Trump?
Of course abortion is a moral issue.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Do you think abortion is not moral?
If you don't answer the question, I'm going to boot you. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Then you're just coping and
10,
running away.
9, 8,
Run
7,
away. Can you answer the question?
6, 5.
Oh yeah,
4,
run away. Go ahead,
3,
cope and
2,
run away.
1. I don't know why I have to answer your question when you won't answer mine.
I'm going to clarify this because he keeps saying cope and run away. Not engaging with a conversation is running. Not answering a question is running. You ran from her question like 6 times, and then you tried to say she was running because you failed to fucking engage.
So
are you a child?
Radek, we've talked about this numerous times. I don't know why people keep coming in here to tell me Millie won against RJ yesterday when I wasn't the one involved in the debate. But we've already gone over this. Millie actually didn't win. What Millie did is the whole crux of Millie's argument was that the W-7 form, you did not have to put your migrant status on the form. And when she showed the form, right, RJ showed the digital form where you had to mark your status. Millie showed the paper form where you had to mark your status. So when Millie realized she was wrong, instead of admitting that she was wrong, she moved the goalpost. And actually what we have here, just to take one more quick look at it, chat, since Radek is here wanting to say things that are silly, here are the instructions straight from the IRS for the W-7 form. And if you scroll down to page 3, who is eligible to complete this form and the supporting documentation requirements for the form actually prove RJ to be correct. Which is why instead of actually trying to push back against what RJ was saying, Millie, 1, had to move the goalpost to try to twist it around and manipulate it and make herself seem right. And 2, the host just abruptly ended her live. So it's weird behavior that you guys are showing right now. Weird behavior. But also, guys, our favorite person is on. The guy who yesterday said he's gonna dox me if I don't cut it out. So here's where I want you guys to go. I want everyone to go say hi from Emma's stream. And then we will get ready to go do some MAGA hunting. Right here. Redneck 2012. Go say hi from the stream, everyone. Let them know we're watching. He said he was going to dox me yesterday, Crow. It was really funny. I was like, oh, well, that's premeditated.
I was here.
Thanks.
I keep telling everybody I'm fucking everywhere. I'm just busy. If you're going to try and say a question is relevant, you must hear the premise before you decide relevance.
Random guy, if you want to come back up, let me know in the chat that you're going to engage with the questions that I'm asking, because I'm not here to only answer your questions. I have no problem answering your questions, but when you won't engage with or answer the ones that I ask first, you're running away from a conversation and not engaging, and I'm just not interested in that type of conversation. So just let me know in the chat if you're ready to have like an actual conversation. Here we go, guys.
Before I go real quick, I'm gonna drop my take.
All right, Tanya, I need you as a moderator. They're all coming in from Emma's live. So just mute and rock them all.
We preach the Constitution.
Did you hear me, Tanya?
I heard you. We are high,
You want to hear it? You want to hear it?
Hi from Emma Stream. You're a cunt. Bye bye.
As a man that's from Michigan.
Okay, so everybody from Emma's live say, nobody steals valor over here.
Yeah, you want to talk, being that's the subject?
Griffin, have to remove you. Here, this ain't a debate.
You did great, Cam. We got to work on that confidence. You got to do it with your whole chest.
This is what happens to all Emma's people.
Got to do it with your whole chest, Cam.
Well, Redneck Ninja let us say too, so. I added
Emma Raid is
to my
hilarious.
website for Stolen Valor registry. Yeah, a registry.
Oh, who's got the echo over there?
So, people.
That guy's got an echo. Oh, they're blocking everybody. Let's hear that new ringtone. I gotta figure out how to make it a ringtone, Oslo. I'm working on it. I don't know what to do.
Directly to the DOD. Directly to the DOD.
Not Frugal trying to get up there, Frugal Foodie. It's not oh wait, no.
So hopefully we can build
I know who that is. That's not Frugal Foodie. Frugal Patriot.
The DOD can barely do anything, right?
You guys can't say when. You guys can't from say Emma's stream. From Emma's not even on my panel or hasn't been on my panel or hasn't been on my.
Fix your echo, brother. I hate it. Does anyone else hear the echo? Is it just me? God, I want to get a screenshot of this guy's face so fucking bad.
Here we go again.
For the mannequin.
Praise Emma, by the way. I love her.
What the hell?
Who's bringing people on the panel?
Ain't me.
Stop bringing them on the panel. They're all Emma's crew guys. They're gonna get my live taken down.
Every single
This
one
is
of
how
them.
they work.
Nobody, Dr. Boyer is one of us.
Nobody's
So
getting your live taken down, man.
I'm not a moderator.
Okay, but listen.
Nobody's getting the live taken down.
Okay, well, I understand him, but everybody else are coming in saying hi from Emma's live, blah blah blah.
Where was that energy we had yesterday? Where is that energy we had yesterday?
Remember, you got your account.
Redneck 2012.
Ed got his account taken because of them. Remember that.
Nobody got their account taken because of
Ed got
me.
his account taken from them.
That's not true.
Yes. Emma's so hi. No, he's got it back now. So these people that come in and say hi, Emma, or say when Emma, or we're watching from Emma's stream, right?
There's 24
They're
people.
all a part of Emma. She is a far left Democrat. So okay, wait a minute. She's a far left Democrat. Her people, literally, that are watching her live. They're watching her live stream. The other day was in my live saying, "Oh, we're reporting you," but her crew never
Nobody said
reports,
that.
right?
Nobody said
This
that.
is why I don't debate Emma. because her
Nobody
people
said
are
that. He's
clowns.
lying and he can't prove it.
is they come in and they'll mass report us, even though she claims they don't, but they tell us in the chat they do.
That's not true.
And then
That's not true
we
at
get
all.
taken down. Lady
He
Liberty,
is
are you a
flat
moderator
lying.
in here?
I don't think on this account. No, I'm not.
You are now. Every one of Emma's people that come in here, just get rid of them. You guys reported my account the other day. You guys sat in here and said we're reporting you.
Nobody
and then my
said
live
that.
went down. Don't
no,
lie.
Nobody said that. You're lying.
Hey
Show the
babe,
proof.
how are you?
Hey, babe. How are you?
I'm good, babe. I missed you so much.
I missed you
got
too.
Weird.
I know. It's been hard working these shifts at
Reunited, and
McDonald's
it
without you coming in
feels
as
so
a regular
good.
customer.
Atlas, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
I'm sorry.
The algorithm
I'll go there
doesn't do
more.
it
Good.
The algorithm doesn't do it automatically
So
when your
here's what
people
happened.
are over there saying.
So whenever you go on the internet and you say someone's name and then insult them and then say that you're going to release their full name, their address, and their phone number on the internet, TikTok will take your shit down. There are 24 people in that live right now. That's not enough to mass report anything and to get anyone's live taken down.
Yeah,
Just for
we're
the
getting
record.
married.
Y'all remember when?
Yeah,
Are you like on the right?
Go ahead, Crow.
I said, y'all remember when Cam was actually on the right? I do.
Oh. You got a ball pit down there in your mom's basement?
No, at the ball.
Okay. Well, let's give this one more shot. Okay, so random, are you going to answer my question? Did you vote for Donald Trump?
What's relevancy to abortion?
What?
What's the relevancy to abortion?
By random.
You would find out the relevancy as you answer the question.
Right. You're just running away from a conversation. Look, he put up the picture of RJ. Look, I'm the one giving this man a hard time, and this is what he does. This is what he has up right now on his live chat. Here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the chat up here as well, just so that way we can have it recorded that nobody is in the chat saying we're going to report you.
Okay. I don't know how long I can take before I actually keep getting laughed at. Dude, because some people I feel like might believe it. Like Marco
Why are they
might
attacking
actually
RJ
fucking
when I'm
believe
the one being a menace?
I don't know. There's a lot of people that thinks you're a real. You cannot convince me you're liberal. You can't.
it. No, I promise you I am.
Look at that.
This is what they think Trump looks like.
Somehow I'll convince you. I know. Look at that.
That's hot,
What would
isn't
you-
it?
Peter,
Yeah.
what would you do if his hands were all over your body?
Ooh, that's a very good question.
You might squeeze him to death.
Yeah, because I actually only weigh 100 pounds. I'm a liberal and I only weigh 100 pounds.
You're so funny.
Um,
Yeah, I'm now uncomfortable. Damn, random. I was just about to give you a third shot, and you just left the queue. The way they sexualize Trump is so crazy. But to be fair, we have to remember, Redneck's main account is Trump is you are daddy. That's literally his username. Trump is your daddy. You are.
Let me help you all that are trying really hard to debate but not understanding. It's fair to call out a premise that's so radically different that they aren't comparable. Like yesterday, I was discussing data handling, like how a copy of a hard drive copied to another hard drive is a 1-to-1. There's no data degradation over an immediate copy, and if the data does degrade, it's going to be a hard drive that just doesn't work. It's not going to like change a single paper in a PDF. And the person brought up how diseases transmit. I called that out immediately and didn't allow them to finish the analogy because those are not 1-to-1 comparisons, right? If it is a close enough thing, so if we're talking about morals, and I was to say, hey, I don't believe this thing is morals, and the other person goes, what do you think about this other moral topic? That's still within the confines of 1-to-1, and you can't know to call it out or not until the premise is done being laid out.
Huh? Wait, Cam, what are we talking about? What,
All
Cam?
right,
I'm
guys,
confused.
please stop telling me to get in the box. I am not MAGA. I am trolling. Stop telling me to get in the box. It's kind of annoying. Okay?
Well, I mean, with a name
I'm
like
not
Liberal
MAGA.
Destroyer, that's what they're gonna do, Cam.
Well, why do you think I created this, okay? I'm trying to troll and so that MAGAs accept me real quick. It's pretty smart in my opinion.
I agree.
I even
Just
had-
not when you're hanging out in liberal lives.
Yeah, but my other account might get banned, so, you know. But thank you. And whoever this Lube and Ryan and this Grampy guy, stop telling me to get.
Midwest, what do you mean?
Also, I wasn't saying don't use analogies. I'm saying the reason I brought up that specific one is analogies must be, analogous, right? Comparing how data gets copied from one hard drive to another, and how it's a lossless transfer, isn't the same as like how disease vectors spread. That's what I meant. Like your analogy must be analogous.
All right, let's see. So hold on, chat.
He's very, very cool.
Oh,
Great guy.
Canada.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Oh, Canada. I don't know how the rest of it goes.
My people are crazy in the morning.
Wait.
That's good, Hey, Judge Judy wants to come up.
No. That's Emma. That's Emma.
Oh. Fuck you, Judge Judy.
Yeah, fuck you, Judge Judy.
I just
Piece of
wanted to
shit.
ask why he said he was going to dox me
So
yesterday.
Emma uses that same picture on all her profiles.
Oh, does she?
That or a fat chick with blue hair.
A fat chick with blue hair. It's me. It's me with blue hair.
I did see a fat chick. Oh, never mind. That's
On the topic of, I got to send you a picture of our wife's new hair, Emma. You'll love it. I do our wife's hair.
I do.
You ever see the split hair dyes where like it's one color on one side, one color on the left? I did that for her in red and black.
Nice. Hi,
When I
Jen,
say
good morning.
red, I don't mean like a natural red. I mean like candy apple fire engine red. So it's like jet black on one side, fire red on the other.
Send me a picture. Hi, Jen. Good morning.
Quick impression. I'm going to do a couple of them, okay? Tell me who I am. Yeah, fuck you, Judge Judy. Yeah, fuck you, Judge
Tanya.
Judy. I did two of them. Two impressions right there.
Tanya
And I
and
think that they were
Redneck.
spot on. Yep, got it. You nailed it. I got to go. Love you. Bye.
Oh my god, love you, bye. What's with you guys always saying love you, bye? Like you and RJ, and just kind of sounds cringy, Love you, bye.
I mean, I
It's
love
like
these
something
people.
that. Oh yeah, you do? You really do?
I do.
The love you,
He's
bye.
literally been
Just
in my
make it
house.
all in one word. Love you, bye.
That's 3 words,
wow.
actually. Love you. Bye.
No, the way that you guys pronounce it is one word. Love you, bye. That's
Well, no.
it's like,
So the way that I used to do it is I used to always go bye, love yins, and just leave. I think you're just like you're upset at how fast I talk, King. I don't know why. It's weird.
no,
Just-
it's one. No, it's something that I hear adults say to their children. Love you, bye.
Because they also
And it's
love
all
their
in-
children.
Yeah, no, I get it, but
King,
the way
I get
that
it. Your mom didn't hug you enough. Do you want to talk politics, or are you up here to
Oh,
just
no.
like? Are you
I
up
talk
here to
to my
just
mom
like
every
talk
day.
about how I speak?
Talk about my
I don't-
mom. No, it's not about how you speak. Yeah, I wanted to discuss the LGBT plus discussions
LGBT what?
within.
Continue the read the whole thing.
Well,
The
yeah,
whole
no,
thing.
if you didn't, I was going to the LGBTQIA plus. I believe
Mhm.
that's it
Yep.
in schools. Did they add anything new to the acronym?
No.
No, they
So,
haven't
What's
yet.
the
Not
question?
yet.
What's the question?
Yeah, when do we start
teaching kids about the about that
Kindergarten. Preschool.
kindergarten, huh?
Yeah.
Preschool.
Comprehensive, age appropriate education. Why not?
Oh, okay. Kindergarten and preschool. I have a 4-year-old. You have children, I
I have
know.
a 4-year-old, yeah.
I have a 4-year-old nephew,
Mhm.
and talk to him a lot, and yeah, they're still. I mean, if you were to kind of talk to these kids when they're that young about this kind of thing, are they able to kind of just have a pronoun, whatever pronoun they would want at that age as well?
Okay. So King, they already use pronouns, right? So whenever they're referring to their friends, they either refer to their female classmates as she, her, or refer to their male classmates as he, him. So these children are already using pronouns. Pronouns are something that is used in everyday language and every age.
No, I get it.
I didn't interrupt you, okay? At every spectrum.
Well, you did,
So
yeah,
what we're
yeah.
talking about, King, I will utilize the mute button. Stop. So what we're talking about when we say like LGBTQIA comprehensive education is, so you're okay with children being read books in school, right?
Yeah, it depends on the book.
It shouldn't depend on the book because why do
Just let them read
hold on.
whatever book they want to read.
No,
Like,
King,
what's
stop.
50 Shades of Grey? Would you let them read 50 Shades of Grey?
If you'd let me answer, you would know what I'm talking about. Nobody's talking about kindergartners reading 50 Shades of Grey, and no teacher is going to read 50 Shades of Grey to kindergartners. What I'm talking about is, so the teacher is reading the child a book. In this book, the family structure is portrayed, right? And that family structure right now is a dad and a mom and maybe a sibling and the child who the book is probably about. So now let's introduce the same book, same storyline, but the illustration is now 2 dads, 2 moms, 2 grandparents. That would be comprehensive, age-appropriate, LGBTQIA representation and education in preschool and kindergarten.
I mean, wouldn't that confuse the child?
No. Because do you think there are not children in schools who have 2 dads, 2 moms, or live with their grandparents?
Yeah, maybe nowadays.
Yeah,
It wasn't like that maybe 10 years ago.
It was like that 10 years ago because people have been allowed to marry for 10 years now, and we know gay couples existed before they legally had the right to marry each other. So yeah,
I mean, yeah, I get it.
They still existed, E. So the thing is, right? So a child
But they weren't
who has,
whining and complaining about it. But go ahead.
so a child who has 2 moms, right? She's going to draw a picture of her family structure that's going to be her 2 moms, herself, her sibling, and her cat. My child's going to draw his family structure, which is going to be me, his dad, our 2 dogs, our 5 cats, and our 15,000 chickens, right? If my son looks over and goes, "Why does she have 2 moms?" A teacher's going to go, because some families have 2 moms. That doesn't confuse anybody because my son's just going to go, "Oh, okay," and continue drawing his picture. That, again, is representative, comprehensive, age-appropriate, LGBTQIA education in school.
Well, then they would be wondering how they were able to conceive the child. If I have 2 moms, how was I born with 2 moms? How was I born with 2 dads?
Do you think
kind of confuse the child at 4 years old.
Do you think my son knows how he was conceived? Do you think I've sat down and had a comprehensive conversation about sex with my 4-year-old child?
Oh, well, not that degree, but when a mommy and daddy love each other, you would maybe have that discussion, but you wouldn't say, "Yeah, I got penetrated up the ass."
I still would not have that discussion. If my son asked where babies come from, which he has, I went, "You came from my mom. You came from your mommy's belly," because it's not appropriate to go into detail about how that baby got into my belly with a 4-year-old child. So no 4-year-old who lives with her 2 moms is going to go, "Well, that's weird. You guys can't conceive me on your own. Where did I come from?" No one's doing that, E. Again, comprehensive and age-appropriate.
So that's
comprehensive and age-appropriate education.
So that's not appropriate, but
okay. Come back up whenever you can have a back and forth. So, for example, whenever it does come time for that child to be old enough to do a class like sexual education, where they learn where babies come from, we also teach gay individuals, lesbian individuals, trans individuals how to have safe sex. And at the same time, they learn where babies come from. Why are you trying to sexualize parents and toddlers? That's weird. You think 4-year-olds look at a kid with 2 dads and go, that's not where babies come from. They don't even know where babies come from. Y'all are weird.
I always tell this story. I still remember the day my mom came out, right? It was Saturday mornings. I was in my little 1989 fucking whatever I wore as 6 years old, watching cartoons, and she comes out and she goes, "Hey, you know what? I've been a woman my entire life. I knew when I was your age. I'm gonna start living as a woman." And I looked at her and I said, "Okay, can I go back to Ninja Turtles? Because I was doing stuff."
You're like, can I
And
have fruit snacks? You're
like sick. In the middle of planning out a massive military operation with my GI Joes and Ninja Turtles, and you're kind of interrupting that.
Hello, I'm trying to give instructions to my troops, Mom. Can you just get out? It's just so God. Why are people so weird? I will never understand. Okay, let me see. Ooh. Ow. That one hurt. All right. Guys, can we do the dollar and change train for change and knock out more of this goal? Because this goal hasn't moved probably in like an hour. And if we don't get this goal moving, I'm looking for Trump lives. But if we don't get this goal moving, I am going to hop off for the day. And I'm going to go find something more productive to do with my time. Because I feel pretty good today. So, let's see. Mom, you're embarrassing me in front of all my troops. That's so funny. All right, chat. Let's fucking go. Let's keep tapping the screen, sharing the live, doing all of the good things, because we've even stopped on the taps. Hold on. Time out, chat. Let's talk about this. We have been live for 43 minutes, and we're at 23,000 taps. We've even slacked. Wasted, just so you know, like, this currently is my full-time job. I was working from home originally, and unfortunately I lost that job. And due to having a 4-year-old who needs care, right? Like, literally all of the time, I can't find a job within a certain time frame in which they would hire me while also allowing me to have weekends off. So this is what I do full-time for work. I pay taxes on this money. So, like, I don't know, eat a bag of phalluses expeditiously if you don't like it. I don't know what to tell you. Amber, thank you for the $4.87 for please stay. I appreciate you guys. I'm just never going to lie to you guys, right? I'm always going to be extremely honest. This goal is what keeps the show going every day, puts food on my table, helps me pay my bills, allows me to spend the time that I need with Jackson because CPS severely frowns upon me just leaving out a bowl of milk and going to work, right? But at the end of the day, if the goal's not moving, but the hours of the day are ticking by, there are a bunch of things on this farm I could do. You know what I mean? And so it's like, I'm not ever saying it to like make you guys feel bad. I'm only saying it to just be honest. All right, there we go. But yeah, don't ever think that I'm saying anything. And if I ever do make you guys feel guilty in any sense, that is never my intention. Please call me out on it so I can promptly apologize. Because I just always want to be honest with you guys about where I'm at, what I'm going through, and the things that just need to inevitably get done. So, like right now I have a bunch of projects that I'm working on. I am stripping the paint off of all of the cabinets in my kitchen because come to find out I have beautiful hardwood cabinets that were painted over, which is crazy, and I hate that. I also have the backsplash in my kitchen that got delivered that I need to put up. I also have the coop that I'm trying to extend. So there's just a lot of things going on. Okay, good, Amber. Good. The Challer and Dange crane changed for Dange? What the fuck, Chef? Are you having a stroke? The dollar and change train for change? It's the truth says misandry is real and harmful. Who created misandry, Truth? Why did men create misandry? Isn't that odd? Isn't that odd that men created misandry? Thanks. Yeah, I do have a little homestead. I love it. It's also just a lot of work. Prove that? Okay. Okay, so here we go. The word misandry was first recorded in English in 1878, derived from Greek roots meaning hatred of men. The first known English dictionary entry for misandry is from 1878 in Charles P. Croft's A Vocabulary of Philosophical Sciences. Charles P. Croft would be a man. Historically, the term was used in the late 19th century as a critique of feminist ideology, equating hatred of men with misogyny, hatred of women. So because women who felt like misogyny shouldn't exist, which is the hatred or prejudice against women, men coined the term misandry, saying that their feminist ideologies equated to the hatred of men, therefore they were allowed to be misogynist. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Allie, thank you for so much for I love you so much. Chugga chugga choo choo for the $2. I appreciate that immensely. There we go. I have a couple more thank yous. Atlas, thank you for the $25. For I couldn't think of what to say, but here's money. You guys crack me up sometimes with your comments, and I love it so much. Women created the behavior. Prove that. Prove that women created the behavior and what that behavior looked like. Because back in 1878, when this thing first happened, right? Women rejecting men was considered misandry. Hi, Dis. Are you a Trump supporter?
Crow, your dad's a disgusting transgender. You should be ashamed of yourself. Fucking gross, man.
Hello.
And he's an election thief, too. How many ballots did he...
Whoa.
How many ballots did he...
So you guys... I've been called worse by better.
Well, so I had to boot that guest to make sure we don't get flagged for election integrity. I guarantee you that was probably one of the MAGA supporters' friends trying to get our live taken down, which is like fucking hilarious. Let's see if they're still talking about his chat.
We can't be talking about horse meat.
Why? They eat it in other countries.
Okay, Shorn. Oh, Shorn. So sorry I didn't see this. Thank you for the $1.61. The change in Spain stays mainly in the train. That's a that's a twung twister. That's what I almost just said. Twung. I have words. The bigliest words, the bestest words. My God. Goodness gracious. The dogs are barking because my husband just got home from picking pterodactyl up from the bus. What even is life? These lives are getting out of control with Republicans. I don't know, man.
I mean, I was always taught that women liked a good tongue twister. I mean, that's how I've stayed married for 15 fucking years. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, up top. Let's go. Self high five.
It's the truth. If you want to come up and have a conversation about it, feel free to request that. Because saying misandry contributes to misogyny by reinforcing gender essentialism, like, I mean, sure, I guess if you want to look at it in a sense that misandry came first, or like whatever, but like at the end of the day, misandry was created by men because women tried to stand up against misogyny, and instead of just changing their actions and not being misogynistic against women, they decided that that ideology was just hatred of men. So therefore, if women were going to reject and have hatred of men or hold men accountable for their actions, they were going to continue being misogynistic. So how about we just hold men accountable for being misogynists? Because we live under the patriarchy where women make 80 cents to every dollar a man makes. And women are the ones who have to consistently do things like carry their keys in between their knuckles when walking through a dark parking lot, or yell fire in case they're raped in the middle of the day. Like, what the fuck? It's just wild work. Hi, Nate. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, 1 second. Can you give me like? Yes, I am, and I do support Israel. So free Palestine.
Can I have your age for TikTok? What was that?
Is
Crow, I have to remove
why do
you.
I get flagged? What do
I
I get
don't
flagged
know.
for?
It doesn't even say. It just says you make people uncomfortable. Oh, harassment and bullying. Hey, Coach, are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. I must have hit you by mistake.
It's okay. Thanks for being here, Coach.
No problem.
It literally says the proletariat's content contains themes that some may find uncomfortable. It literally just says Crow is making people uncomfortable, and then harassment and bullying popped up. Right, sure, and that was my next question after I got his age, but he dipped. It had to have been the tongue twister comment, but I don't know how that was harassment and bullying. Crazy. Wild work. Okay. All right, chat. Keep tapping the screen share on the live. Let's fucking go. I'm trying to see if we can find at least one mega live to go to, but everyone hates me. Nobody likes me. Everybody hates me. Guess I'll go eat worms. Does anyone remember that song? El Chico, you're not even in the requests. There, I sent you an invitation. Hi, Chico. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Chico, are you with us?
Yeah, can you hear me?
There you are. Hi, Chico. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Can I have your age for TikTok?
40.
What state are you from?
North Carolina.
Okay, so I have subjects up top, or we can talk about current events. What tickles your fancy?
Let's talk about Eric Swalwell and how the Democrats protected him after he was caught sleeping with a Chinese spy. And the Democrats didn't, what do people say? Kick him out of the party or whatever until he had SA allegations. So why do Democrats protect their own and hide their crimes?
Okay, so I have a relevant question. If you just follow this point of logic with me, okay?
But that's not answering my question. What's your logic?
No, it's going to answer your question. I promise.
Okay.
I just need you to walk down the path with me. Are you ready? Who is Max Miller?
Who is who?
Who is Max Miller?
I don't know what it has to do with Eric Swalwell.
Right. Okay. So Eric Swalwell, I have no idea what you're talking about him sleeping with a Chinese spy. I really don't care about who he sleeps with consensually. Right. So Eric Swalwell was there was credible allegations of sexual assault made against Eric Swalwell. The second those allegations were made, the Democratic Party forced him to resign and also told him to drop out of his governor's race in California. That's how the Democratic Party responded to allegations. Meanwhile, you voted for a man who was found civilly liable of forcibly and deliberately penetrating a woman against her will, while simultaneously keeping your head in the sand about your own party. Max Miller is a current congressional representative in the state of Ohio who has credibly been accused of beating his wife, pouring hot water on her chest, breaking his 2-year-old's clavicle, posting a naked picture of his 2-year-old on the internet, abusing 2 other women, and he's still a congressman who's also running for re-election. Republicans are hypocrites, and you don't actually care about this.
What does that have to do with Eric Swalwell in 2014 sleeping with a Chinese spy?
I don't know. I don't care if he slept with a Chinese spy. I don't care about any of that. That
What are you
was
talking
consensual,
about?
right? That was consensual, right?
He knew she was a Chinese spy.
Was it consensual?
Nancy Pelosi found out she was
Was
he
it
was sleeping with a
consensual?
Chinese spy.
Was it
She's a
consensual?
spy.
Was it
She was
consensual?
giving him money.
Prove that. Prove that.
The
Source.
FBI investigation that was released
Source it right now.
documents.
Source it right now.
So
Go get your source so I can pull it up. You have to swipe out of the app to go get it.
okay, look into the FBI investigation into Eric Swalwell's Chinese love affair.
All right, let's see. I can't find any credible source on this. So
What's credible to you? I'm sorry. Well, what's credible to you?
so like AP News, Reuters, like the actual report itself. I media bias check all of the things that I consume. So the only thing that I can find is from the New York Post. If you media bias check the New York Post, they're actually rated for propaganda. So I wouldn't trust that source.
Who are they rated as propaganda by who?
Media. So there's a I don't know if they're a company. So let's go here. I'll just show you. So New York Post.
They're a private company telling you that other company is a biased source.
Okay, so hold on.
So one person
Stop.
telling you another thing.
Stop. Can I
so
explain?
silly.
You're not letting me explain.
Well, you're not explaining yourself
Well, I'm trying
properly.
to. I just said I was going to show you, didn't I? And then you started speaking. So this
So
is
media.
This is how we media bias check all the things that we consume. This was
Who's that?
created. Okay. Come back when you can have a back and forth. This was created by a Republican, a Democrat, a Libertarian, and an Independent. They created an algorithm in which they are able to media bias check the things that are written and the things that people consume. So this is New York Post bias and credibility. They are rated right of center, so right between right, center, and right, and mixed for factual reporting. And it gives you a detailed report as to how they got there. And I have no problem explaining this to you, but you weren't going to allow me to speak. So overall, we rate the New York Post on the far right end of the right-center bias spectrum due to its story selection, which typically favors the right, and mixed, borderline questionable for factual reporting, based on several failed fact checks. If we go into the detailed report, here's what we find. Here's the history. They were founded in 1801 by Alexander Hamilton, one of the founding fathers of the United States, in a New York Post. The New York Post is a daily tabloid newspaper from New York City. According to the article published by the New York Times, titled "The New York Post Has a Long History," they describe how Hamilton's ownership, the paper covered shipping news, engaged in political crusades, even if it meant the loss of advertising revenue. Later owners were poet William Cullen Bryant, who kept the New York Post for 50 years, followed by railroad magnate Henry Villard, Oswald Garrison Villard, 1917, Thomas Lamond, and Cyrus Curtis. And then you go down here, how they're funded. Here is their analysis and how they got to their bias. And here are the failed fact checks that they currently have. So I would have had no issue like explaining all of this to you, but you wanted to attempt to steamroll a conversation. And in case you gentlemen forget, you have no power here. Hi.
Team Cross!
I thought this was my moth. I was so excited.
Let's go, Team Cross!
That's so funny.
No, so the entire reason Moth has this picture now is because I made this account and they loved it. They were like, wait, Bird, can you send me that?
That's so funny.
Moth and I can in fact do the fusion dance from Dragon Ball Z and become Croth. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, hold on. Thomas, thank you for the $3.33. There is no comment, but thank you so much for the $3.33. You are appreciated. Let me put that in the goal here. All right, guys, we are $39 and some change away from finishing out the goal today. W chat. W chat. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not missing any thank yous to give out here. It is hot as heck in this room. I'm gonna have to turn this fan around. I don't know why it's so hot in this room compared to the rest of my house.
I'm still trying to figure out the H&B flag, to be perfectly honest. Look,
W Fax
look, I don't even care.
Raiders.
I don't care if this costs me another one, but like, if you think eating cat is H&B, you've never pleased a woman. I'll put it out there. I was gonna put. I don't even care. Fact Raiders, you heard it. This is the Crow news of the day. I got an H&B for talking about pleasing women. If that's H&B, you've never pleased a woman.
What is happening right now? Jennifer, thank you for the $4.44 because triple numbers are magic. Thank you so much, Jen. Hold on. I gotta make sure I'm doing the math on this right. That would be 0, carry the 1. Okay. Where's my husband going? Didn't even send my son in here to give me a kiss. We're fighting. I'm just kidding. Tara Jacksonville would have never left.
Chat, look at that. Emma's within spitting distance now. She's $35 away. You can do that. You can fix that.
All right, chat. Let's see. Let's see what we can find on these TikTok streets that we could get into. Also, guys, so breaking news for the day. I don't know if anybody has heard, but it seems like Carmelo Anthony's legal team is fighting for him to get another trial, citing that. So, in the original trial, there were like behavioral reports and records on both Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf that were sealed to sort of protect the boys in general at the time, right? Emma advertised tonight. Oh yeah, RJ has a debate happening 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, guys. I will be there. I'm gonna be there. I think. I don't know what's going on. RJ, text me what's happening because I'm so confused since it didn't work out with conservative whatever. So let me know what's happening. But yeah, so they're fighting for a retrial, saying that this wasn't fair because allegedly in these school records, it has come out that both boys had behavioral issues, right? So Carmelo, for example, was sort of quick to temper and quick to be triggered, and Austin was a racist. Apparently there was behavioral reports that him and his brother were caught allegedly, chat, this will all come back up if a retrial happens, I'm sure. But allegedly, there are behavioral reports that him and his brother were caught graffitiing walls with KKK and unalive all black people. So I personally think that would play a big part in how things had gone down, but also I think the trials that are happening specifically in 2026 are bringing a lot of good things to light, right? Like Lindsay Clancy again. There's a woman named Latarsha Sanders who committed a very similar crime of killing her children, but the prosecution actually had her medical records sealed during her trial. So she was sentenced without any of her schizophrenia, psychosis, or anything being able to be brought to light in her trial. And it's the same judge that is presiding over the Lindsay Clancy case who sealed those records. So she's actually going to get another trial as well. And I think it's very important that all of us, especially us white women on the internet, who are rallying against Lindsay Clancy because of the postpartum depression aspect and because we want more eyes on postpartum depression and what it causes women, we also need to wrap our arms around Latarsha Sanders and have her back in the same way. These crimes were committed. These children deserve justice. but we also need to spread light and awareness on PPD and how it affects women. But yes, I agree. Carmelo did not have a fair trial, so I'm very excited for him to potentially get a retrial. And I'm also very excited for Latarsha Sanders to get a retrial and have her medical history heard as well. Because PPD is real and it is scary and it affects women on a daily. And there needs to be more light and more education on these topics and how we can actually help women who suffer from these things before these terrible tragedies happen. So yeah, that was kind of some breaking news I wanted to talk about today. At least just touch base on.
It's not a retrial, you stupid bitch. He's
Hi,
already been
Bill.
found guilty.
Who?
Carmelo
Carmelo
Anthony's
Anthony.
not getting a retrial.
Carmelo
He's already
Anthony-
been found guilty.
Okay.
You're an idiot. And you want to go MAGA hunting? Listen, you fat fucking heifer. We've all been watching and seeing the signs of the Democratic fucking supporters. We know where you all fucking live. So you can just go ahead and
Where do I
try
live?
to hunt all you want.
Where do I live? You have no idea what MAGA hunting is. You're making yourself look really silly on the internet right now. Would you like to know what MAGA hunting is? Well, since you can't figure out how to unmute, I'm gonna show you what MAGA hunting is, okay? So hi, my name is Emma. What I do is I like to have good faith discussions and or sometimes debates with people who feel differently than I do, right? But since those people are too afraid 9 times out of 10 to come up here and have like a genuine conversation with me without crashing out and like insulting me the way that you just did, I have to go looking for Trump supporters to have conversations with. So what we do is we put the live up just like this, and then I go in on my backup account and I have a conversation with them. Notice how you ran away because you realized how stupid you look? Sorry, I shouldn't say stupid. You realize how silly you look? But also, for the record, chat, Carmelo Anthony is absolutely potentially getting a retrial. You can literally read about it all over the internet. Carmelo Anthony's hearing for a new trial continues. Today is August 21st. This is dated August 21st. The hearing over Carmelo Anthony's motion for a new trial continues in Texas on Friday for the teen convicted in the stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf. So that man just made himself look really silly in front of 145 people and crashed out for no reason. If you would like to come up and have an actual conversation, feel free to request back up or continue being a pussy in the chat. I don't know what to tell you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Cats? Jesus Christ. Hey, stop it!
Before you yell, can you mute, please? I love you, but my headphones, I can't. All right. What brings you up this morning, geek?
Just saying good morning, and I was gonna try to get Bill Doe to turn on his fucking camera.
You sound super eepy. I think you need coffee or something.
I literally just woke up, turned on my phone, and the first thing I hear is, "You stupid fat fucking heifer." And I'm gonna tell you right now, Lardog, no, asinine is a perfectly valid word. It is not ableist at all. Asinine is perfectly valid. Dildo or dildo, whichever one you want to do. Where you go throwing around.
I think that ass a 10, if I'm gonna be real.
Wait, is that Crow? Why do you look like Moth?
It's
Team
Cross!
Team Cross!
Don't worry, I was
America,
also good.
America, I am confusion. Why is this one Moth and this one is Croth? You're welcome, Lurdog. What is happening in this world? I was so confusioned. I literally tagged Crow and said, "My moth!" Because I thought you were Moth.
I thought they were moth too when they first came up.
It's fundamental. Reading is fundamental.
America and confusion. No, I haven't had my coffee yet, but I will shortly. Good morning, everybody. Taps are doing okay. Shares are homophobic.
I got an H&B on this panel for talking about eating the taco, but I got H&B for it. I didn't get like the sex one. I got H&B for talking about eating the taco.
Literally.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a good one. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's go ahead and do the taps. Let's go ahead and knock out that rose goal. You guys, we have 35 more doll hairs, right here on this here goal. And Emma, go ahead and pull your headphones off your ears for a second. You'll know what time it is. Do you know what time it is? Nope. Hang on. It's time for the dollar and change train for change. It's pulling into the station, everybody. Let's go ahead and knock out this last little bit of a gift goal because our wonderful, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, lovely in every single way, Andrea, downloaded Phasmophobia yesterday. And me, Emma, and Andrea wish to play. So, you know what time it is. It is time for the dollar and change trade for change. So send those in because the sooner Emma can get off this here ass fuck ass internet, the sooner we can all play. And I really would love to see the way that our beautiful Andrea reacts to being absolutely fucking murked by a fucking ghost.
To be fair though, it's Friday, so Andrea might still be at work.
No, she has a half day today.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
I did.
Yeah, guys, let's get me off this goddamn internet so I can play some Phas. I'll stream the Phas. If you guys want to also watch our favorite top mod get murked by a ghost, I'll stream it.
We'll see what happened the first time I played Phas. Kiki was there, but the rest of y'all see? I was just wandering around like a little lost lamb, daring the ghost to do ghost things to me, and somehow I would just walk out of the building on my own. Everybody else
Just
unalive.
unscathed. Like Crow was just fine.
Yeah.
Crow's over here
Crow was
playing
like,
with the train
"Where
set.
you guys at?"
He's like, "You're a bitch, ghost," and the ghost was like, "I'm killing all your friends." And the ghost
Like, you know the Zach Baggins thing where he's like, "Ghost, come get me! I dare you to come get..." That was Crow the whole time, and all of a sudden he was like, "There's a train set." The most autistic thing I've ever seen in my life.
There was a haunt in the lighthouse, and I didn't know anything about the lighthouse. Like, I'm running around, and they're like, Crow, you're literally faced up against the front door. And somehow I just survived.
It confuses me. America. And confusion. Anyway, Em, are you gonna go hunting, or you want to try to get ops up?
I'm trying to get
Tell me
some
what you
ops
want me
up,
to
but
do.
I am also, like, I've been looking for Trump lives. Like, they're the same lives of people who will no longer let me up. That's the problem that we're having. It's just the same.
Everyone's a coward. Everyone's a little bitch.
Yeah, basically. So, like, for example, we've got them here. Let's see.
Fishback.
Let's listen in for a minute, see what they're saying.
I mean, they called Mark Robinson, a black man, a racist in North Carolina.
Because he was racist. What?
HNT, how old are you? Who'd you vote for?
Mark Robinson said he would own
Holy shit,
slaves.
Israel's attacking Turkey.
Oh, welcome in.
Whoa, okay, time out. Hold on.
I'm sorry? Attacking Erdogan? That doesn't seem correct. Attacking Turkish military. What the fuck?
Here's Reuters. Israel and Turkey step
Okay,
up
they're not...
things. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
So, yeah, this is the death throes of the country that's not going to survive. So, the Turks have always had bases along the northern Syrian, what's it called?
Border?
Border. Thank you. I literally just woke up at 8:30 in the morning.
No, you're fine. I was just confused as to how you forgot the word border, so I wanted to make. That's why there was like a question mark at the end, because I wasn't sure if I was right.
No, you're absolutely right. Good morning, AJ. So yeah, they've always had, because we've always had, you know, the Kurds right there, the Turks right there. But they have a base, an Air Force base, right there on the northwest Syrian border. And I guess Israel's Minister Netanyahu, okay, of course it's cats fucking deciding to attack Turkey. Fucking stupid. Yeah, they were moving southward into Syria, and Israel said absolutely not, because that's coming towards us, even though, no, you're coming into Syria. But, of course, Israel thinks that they own Syria, so...
Israel thinks they own everything over there. And what are we going to do about it? Probably nothing.
Literally nothing, but are you telling me that, one, I don't want anyone touching Syria, obviously, but also at the same time, Israel acting as if they have fucking authority to go and attack Turkey over Syria it's a claim of ownership that I fucking hate. Can the Europeans leave my land alone?
It's wild work.
Like a fucking lunatic.
This socialist could come fix your boiler. I'm a certified pipe fitter.
No shit.
Are you in the Rhode Island?
Yeah, you're not in Rhode Island though.
No, no. I'm in a local out of Kentucky.
Yeah, that'd be a long travel to fix my boiler, but hey, I appreciate it though.
Hey, that'd be great per diem.
Right? I could shout your name out on TikTok Live.
There you go.
If you live in the area, go see him. Yeah, it's a bitch. It just died yesterday, and I got no hot water right now.
Remember, y'all.
What it does is it will go
Careful
on,
spam sharing.
and then all of a sudden it shuts itself down, and I have to press the little button to reboot it back up, and it just keeps happening every other fucking day.
Is it gas?
And
or
then
electric?
yesterday, oil.
Oh, old school.
Yeah, old school. Yeah, well, up here in the Northeast, a lot of us run on oil because we got the baseboard heating, you know?
Yeah, a lot of you guys still got oil. See, down south, we don't have that. It's either gas or electric, really.
Yeah. Yep.
That's
I would
crazy.
love to switch it over, but I hear it's like fucking wicked expensive to switch it over.
Yeah, trying to switch all your infrastructure over the way you could handle it, nah, it'd be terrible. You'd be paying an arm and a leg for it.
Yeah.
Are we not talking politics, guys?
Yep.
But no, I gotta go, guys. I'll see you.
All right, Malcolm.
Thanks for coming up, Malcolm.
Thanks for being respectful.
Well, no, we may have. I don't think this is an op, but maybe. RJ, you're not opposition, are you?
No, it was an accident.
Oh, okay. Bye. That's what I thought, but I wasn't positive.
Yeah, so if I do go quiet, it's because he's here. Just let people up and down that need to come up and down or whatever.
Yeah. We got you.
I just don't want to sound like a fucking lunatic screaming at someone.
Oh, I hear ya.
But then again, I don't even give a fuck. So
yeah, I did that once when I had someone in my house.
I'm asking him, what are we talking about today?
He looked at me, but he gave me a thumbs up because he was a Trump supporter.
Sassy in mid scream.
He's like, I'm not usually able to tell you this, but I'm a Trump supporter too. And he goes, I agreed with what you were saying. I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, gotta be careful down up here. Even though I've known Chris my whole life. Still yet, if it wasn't him, I would have to be careful because they'd probably break my boiler worse if they knew I was a Trump supporter.
Right?
I didn't realize the goal was hidden, Earl. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. We're close. We're close to the goal being done.
Is that, I don't worry about that here. If I wear my
hey, weed.
I don't worry about where I'm living now. But if I was in Minnesota, I wouldn't be going to restaurants or anything like that wearing that.
Thanks, Wade.
Oh,
Yes, we are
funny.
taking opposition. Yes, approval. 2 opposition in the bottom boxes. Ah, look how cute that is.
that is adorable. Thank you, Wade. Love you, man.
Remember, if you are a Trump supporter, please do not request up. I need opposition.
What up, goofball Republicans?
If you're gonna come up here and start calling us names, you might as well just get the fuck off of the line.
What's up? What's up, tiny wanker?
Yo, you can make fun of me for
Tiny wanker Democrats.
Yo, you can make fun of my small pee-pee, but just don't make fun of my hat.
Your hat looks ridiculous.
So what's on your mind, Tony?
Not much, just going around. I got booted from a Democrat live, so now I'm here with you guys.
What the hell did you get booed from a Democrat live for?
They don't
like you do either.
They
Did you pretend you were a Trump supporter?
No, they think that it's our fault for voting third party that we had this fascist goofball elected, but I don't buy into the narrative. You know what I mean?
Well, I suggest all Democrats go to the left side of TikTok and pretend to be a Trump supporter and see what happens to you, because you won't get the same grace there as you get here. And we can be a little ridiculous up here sometimes, we can, but it's nowhere near the left side of TikTok.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, Malcolm X.
Check your
his name, Martin Luther King. They all spoke about the centrist liberals. They're only
Hold
slightly
on
better
just
than
a minute, chat.
That's nothing.
Wait just a minute.
W Earl!
W Earl for the $35 that finishes out the goal for the day. Earl is the fucking MVP. Let's get a bunch of W Earls here in the chat. Love you so much, Earl.
Independent party, because too many Democrats are signing on or claiming to be Democrat, and people are signing on to that just so they don't. Oh, I'm just not part of a political party anymore, and they still vote red or blue, and I don't want no part of that nonsense. So I went unaffiliated. No political party at all.
Can you tell me who's done more? For sure. Can you tell me who's done more, like program-wise, for like veterans? Has it been the Republican Party or Democrats?
Republicans.
That's not true, but
It is
that's
true.
not
It is
but I
true.
appreciate you.
It is true.
Could you give me a source?
Sorry, chat. I didn't realize my mic was still on.
Says that
Sorry.
the Democrats do more. Oh yeah, I would love to.
Judy, how old are you? Who'd you vote for?
34, Kamala Harris.
Okay, welcome in.
Welcome in.
Sounds like that girl.
What girl?
Trying to think of her name.
Emma.
She's the one that records Emma. The one that records all the lives and fucking has it in her lives. Which is against community guidelines, by the way.
I don't know who Emma is. I'm Judy from HR.
Okay.
Get her out.
Can we just talk politics? Like, what's...
No.
Yo, Judy,
Why?
I'll have to follow you. You sound pretty based.
Thanks, Tony. I like your hat.
Thank you.
Okay, why don't you guys go get a
So
room?
in the end, if your name is Emma and you are taping this live and having it in your own live, I do not consent to that, and that is against community guidelines. Just let you know.
Okay, great. Well, my name is Judy, and so we don't have anything to worry about.
Look at her bio. Look at her bio, Keely.
I'm
It's
Judy
Emma.
from Rowland, Texas.
It's hi Emma.
I'm Judy from Rowland, Texas.
Okay, bye, Emma.
That's Judge Judy.
Yeah, bye, Emma.
Emma sounds pretty
trying to
based.
fucking, I was trying to hit fucking unmute. My fucking thing wouldn't unmute. I was like, it's fucking Emma. I know that voice.
Yeah, that's what I said. As soon as I heard the voice, I'm like, it sounds like that girl.
So, according to
Gross how they always say girl. Ugh.
Did you guys?
I
was bringing in a Lowe's order. Didn't they just get through saying to Tony,
that's the guy
why don't
who
you go
unlocked,
over to the left side of
first
TikTok and pretend you're a Trump supporter and see how they treat you? And then you come up and that immediately happens.
They're so hypocritical, dude.
It took Tilly 0.2 seconds for them to do it.
Like, I have bronchitis. I don't even sound like me. And they're like, that's Emma. That's Emma. She's recording the live. Oh.
You currently have your Randall from Recess voice.
I'm literally bringing them, like, I'm spreading their message to a larger audience because they only have 50 people in there to the 120 we have in here. And like,
And they're all angry.
and they're mad about it.
They big mad.
It's been more than 10 minutes. I'm
Because
switching
if
back
you
now.
say
Okay.
that an officer placing his knee on the back of someone's neck
It wasn't on his
isn't the
neck.
reason for
It was
him
on his
to
neck.
lose
You can
his life,
literally
I do
see
not
it.
It
respect
What?
wasn't on his
He was
neck.
found
Okay,
guilty.
touche. You're goofy.
So can you answer my question?
But all you got is
I
a
don't
good
respect you.
Hey, Tony, have you watched The Fall of Minneapolis?
Why? Because there's Muslims
Hey,
there?
so hold
Oh my
on.
God.
So chat, trigger warning, okay? But for educational purposes only. Can anyone tell me? Hold on, let me. Where is Derek Chauvin's knee?
It's on his neck.
Interesting. Interesting. When she's like, it's not on his
Obviously
neck.
on the neck.
Yeah. Hi, Slat. Are you a Trump
Hi.
supporter?
No, I am not. I actually disagree with Trump in many different ways.
So do we.
I was trying to find MAGA supporters to debate with, but I guess I found my people. So
Yeah, that would not be us, Slat. Hope you have a great day.
We've been
too, you
mega
too.
hunters, so no.
Guys, I think I'm gonna call it in a few minutes. Because my throat is starting to hurt a little bit from all this coughing.
Can you go take a recess, if you will? Can you go on recess, Randall?
No.
I'm really sick of this shit.
Oh shit.
Randall from Recess is the worst.
Can't. I'm gonna start playing my games, like streaming my gaming stuff.
Nice.
I want everybody to know that's not a new joke. I have made that joke to Emma every time she's been sick in the history of our friendship.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because this is what happens to my voice every time I get sick, and Crow loves it because he says I sound like Randall from Recess. Jess finds it sexy for whatever
It
fucking
is
reason.
sexy.
I think
To
you
be
guys
fair.
I almost said a bad word. I think you guys what's a good word I could use for this, Kiki? Huh?
Preposterous.
I think you guys are being preposterous right now.
I could see where everybody's
cute.
coming from because it has a what was that? She was in Parent Trap. Lindsay has a Lindsay Lohan vibe to it, or an Emma Stone vibe to it.
Oh, I'll take Emma Stone.
You know, they both have that slight rasp in their voice.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that's what Jess and them are picking up on.
Yeah.
I hate it less now.
It's totally the raspiness.
Vocal fry. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and call it because RJ's there. Hold on.
Admitting that that's what she's doing.
You guys just say hi. Say hi, Emma and gang.
That's crazy. Hi, Emma Stream. Hi, guys. I'm a little Viking.
Hi, we're really fucking
represent
Oh my God.
Lollipop Guild.
They've come unglued.
Lollipop Guild. We represent the
So
Lollipop
I
Guild.
found three sources that show that Democrats have done more for veterans than
Oh my God.
Not Tony, just trying to keep the conversation
Tony, they don't
going.
believe sources, dude. You can show them like the fucking sun, and they'd be like, "That's not the sun."
Hey, Frugal.
sir, I've been in
How do they know? How do they not recognize RJ's voice?
Wait a minute.
Change your name too. You're not a patriot.
You get down in 2
Wait a
seconds.
minute. Is that RJ Okor?
Shout out
Is that RJ Okor? RJ, aren't you under federal investigation?
Support progressives.
RJ, aren't you under federal
Leftist
investigation
best.
for exploitation of a minor?
Shout out Sam Seeger.
Watching you.
RJ, aren't you under
He's like
federal
74 years old in
investigation
Rhode
for
Island.
federal?
She
See how
doesn't
it's trying
know
to
anything
overpower me? See?
because
Why
she's
is everybody?
RJ.
Why the fuck is everybody talking at the same fucking time?
yell at people like.
Dude, why'd you lose it? Hey, RJ, nice loss against fucking Millie the other day. Nice loss.
He didn't lose.
You fucking crybaby bitch. You
didn't
crybaby
lose.
bitch. All the comments. You guys in the comments.
You all know this is my favorite
You lost
MAGA
your- you
behavior
lost your
when they
ass
bring
that
up a
day.
debate somebody that wasn't them did. Like, fucking beat me on your own. Don't fucking use somebody else's as what you think somebody else did. Shit.
Right.
Shit.
Of a minor.
Shit. I don't want to hear about a debate I had with somebody else. You debate me.
Does Emma know that?
You
Does Emma
do
know
it.
that you're under federal investigation for exploitation of minors?
He's not.
See?
Beauty?
He has yet to address
Rude.
it. He has yet to address it. That's how you know it's true, because RJ Okor
He's
is
trying to
under
address it, and they're
federal
muting him.
investigation for exploitation of a minor.
He's not.
You know, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And I don't like RJ either. Get the fuck out of Rhode Island, RJ. You guys are going down in this fucking primary.
Prove it. Give us that federal indictment. Where's the indictment?
That's how much I want to bet.
Yep.
Then they booted
And
it.
Emma is complicit. I believe Emma's
So,
named in it as
that
well.
right
I believe
there
He
could
says
be-
I'm named.
in
Shush,
that
shush. Everybody be
affidavit as
quiet.
well.
Can you
So
can you
Emma's
give me a
complicit
source
in
on
the
that?
exploitation of minors.
Can you give me a source on that so I can look it up?
See, that's actually
Bro,
what
stop. I need to get this on recording.
I booted him. I
Stop.
blocked him.
Oh. Yeah,
I do
RJ
not
Okor
like
and anybody
RJ
that
Okor. He lives in my fucking state, and he creeps me out.
They
Right,
blocked
can you
me.
guys
Yeah.
give a source though on?
He's pretty disgusting, and anybody that associates with him is
Yo,
not only
guy-
complicit but disgusting as
Yo,
well.
guy- I'm gonna lie about some
Hey, you should
allegations.
shut your fucking pie hole. We'll give you the fucking primary source, and even when we do, you're gonna bitch about it. So sit down there and be quiet and learn something. The man is talking. The man is talking, bitch. You will not talk over me.
I'm gonna request that.
You're literally, yeah.
Don't say it to my face. I'll give you
Tony,
my fucking
Tony, if you're gonna keep saying this shit, it's not even worth having you up here. All right. Cam, how old are you? Who'd you vote for?
I didn't do it.
Her name.
I did it.
Emma. Y'all are cunts. Y'all are scared of Emma.
Oh, okay. No one's scared of Emma. She's going against community guidelines. That's why I said what I said at the beginning. I do not consent to her recording mine and show. Yes, she absolutely is.
It's
You
like
cannot
the
do
fair-
what she's doing right now. But have the day you deserve, because I'm gonna block you too.
Stop muting me. You're scared of me.
No, I'm
Nobody's
stop
afraid of
muting
her.
me.
The only
Stop
reason why I'm
muting
afraid of
me.
her is that she sits on me. She's gonna flatten me because she's fat and ugly.
It is against community guidelines for you to be on a live, recording it to your own live. It is against community guidelines. What don't you fucking understand? And I already said I do not consent to any of that shit for her doing it. It is. Abso-fucking-lutely is. That's why she keeps losing accounts.
Yep.
I haven't lost a single account.
That's why she has 9 million accounts. That's why she keeps losing them. Tony, you're not coming back up here. And if you're going to come up and talk about Emma, go back to her alive. I'm not letting you up.
What was he even saying? I couldn't even hear him.
I don't know.
What are we looking
Something
at?
about win Emma. I don't know. I didn't leave her here long enough to debate because I don't like that shit. Be a fucking grown ass adult. Stop trying to look for fucking clout and fucking shit on TikTok. That's all the fucking Democrats do. Look for clout and ways to fucking abuse the fucking guidelines. For what? Because you want to fucking make money? Fucking grifters?
I just want to know what federal indictment I'm a part of, allegedly.
Okay, have the day you deserve, Emma. This is why, Emma, that you have so many fucking accounts because you keep losing them.
I only have one account.
Because you
It's
keep
Emma,
doing
30,000
shit.
followers. I've never
No,
lost an account.
no,
You're a
who
liar.
you're on? Who the fuck you
Go
on
look at
right
my
now?
main. Go look at my main. Go look at my main.
Who the-
I haven't lost an
you-
account.
you-
You guys are scared of
Have
me.
you not heard what RJ
Scared
Accord
and you
part
keep
of?
blocking.
But you let no one
The
fucking
indictment.
is scared of you.
Show the
No one
indictment.
is scared of you. No one is scared of you, Jim.
Show the indictment. Why are you letting them make false claims about me? That's defamation.
Because I don't like you. Because I don't fucking like you, and I don't care.
Blocked me.
Hey,
They
go ahead,
blocked
sue
me.
for defamation. Discovery will be amazing.
So look, by the way, the one who said she's afraid I'm gonna sit on her, this is her. The one that just called me fat. Like, also a big back bitch. What are we talking about, Quigs? What are we talking about? Sorry, guys. I wanted to get it on recording that allegedly I've been complicit and involved in this indictment, but I don't think I got it because we were all talking.
No,
I'm sorry.
We heard it. I heard it.
Right, but will a judge be able to hear it over everyone else talking if I have to use it in court? Like, that's the problem, guys. When they're talking about me and they're making these egregious, awful claims, like, now I'm involved in apparently harming children, I need to be able to get that on recording.
I say it on mute.
Gives me an opportunity to block them.
Well, I was gonna say you want to get technical.
So boring. I've never lost an account, chat. Your singing's beautiful. But yeah, she admitted to it. I got that part on recording where she was like, because I don't like you. I'm letting people say terrible things about you because I don't like you. So it's all good. I mean, technically, if I sued them, so the problem is defamation lawsuits cost like a shit ton of fucking money. And I have to prove that I've lost money, I guess, for it to technically, and I don't lose money because of them, but it's still just like these egregious things that they say are dangerous. Luckily, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I don't have to worry about it, right? But like RJ works for a hospital. So when they say these things about RJ with zero proof, like they're putting RJ's livelihood literally at risk. And it's sad. It's sad that they're willing to stoop that low.
Because this is a whole ass app. Like, I don't, like, this shouldn't be, you know, what it's going to be.
We just want to debate politics. They're not smart enough to debate us politically. So they have to do this stupid stuff.
Exactly.
Anyway, guys, my throat really hurts. So I'm going to go ice it. And I'm going to take, as Crow would say, a recess. I think I'm going to be on tomorrow morning for a little bit, but I think we have a birthday party tomorrow. I'll keep you guys all updated in the Discord as to what we're doing. But I love you guys a lot. Thanks for being here and hanging out today. See you guys later.